Welcome to another episode of Please Delete This.
Hold on.
I can't.
Go ahead, man.
Can you guys pat your head and rub your tummy?
Yeah.
Cool. Me too. Hey.
I should start off a little slower.
I did. I was like, whoa.
Tapping that tummy.
My brain was like, don't. Take your time. They're watching you.
The camera, Darren. It will be a clip.
Oh, boy. Okay. Sure you don't need this?
Nah.
I'm positive. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Oh, God.
All right. So we start all over.
Yeah, but this is the episode, yo. Do what you do, cuz. I can't believe you did this. I was not expecting this.
What?
A whole bottle. Start the intro us.
You don't need. Okay, episode.
No, that's not your intro us.
Huh?
Episodes.
Yeah.
Is
It's typical intro.
Damn. I did it again.
She be tripping you up, yo.
I really be like, no, that's wrong.
200 in and she over here.
Episode 200.
That sounds so weird.
Woohoo! Welcome to another episode of Please Delete This. Ooh.
Jesus Christ. I know what it is.
And so
I know what it is. It's science. It's warmer in here, and they came in cold. So as they're...
That shit scared me.
Right, so there's a lot of pressure that's building up as they're warming up. So as they open and just sit,
Go!
on the cork is boom. So
Jen moved her
yes, there you
away.
go. You're very wise. You're very
I'm
wise.
sorry I made a mess in your basement.
No, Darren, I did it 5 minutes ago. We both did the same thing. It's perfect.
I don't know why I didn't think that.
Should we put it in something so that when it explodes, it doesn't
No,
make a
we're
mess?
fine. These two were fine. That one, don't touch it. Just leave it there. You still kept the guard on it, so we're good.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's why
I'm
that one
so-
popped.
I'm so
Oh,
afraid.
no, actually, Darren, yours popped with the guard on.
No, I loosened it. I
Oh, you
the
loosened
guard,
it.
and then it was like,
So, yeah, keep it tight over there like a virgin, and we'll be fine.
hey.
And we'll be fine. Let me go get a rag. Y'all talk for a second.
In the basement, we have Darren.
Bim.
Genevieve. This
some-
is so stupid.
This is some pre-ejaculate champagne.
Wow. This
all
would
over-
be how we start 200. This would be. So, ladies, if you're listening and you're not watching, Darren was festive, as we all are, about 200. So he bought us 3 bottles of Prosecco for us to celebrate.
Yeah.
And we talked to our good friend Vic Bim right before this.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's talking, Bim he's in his hand, moving around, gesturing with his hands and such, taking his foil off. Darren is taking his foil off,
Yep.
as if we were about to drink it. And so, as soon as we stopped talking to Vic, the one that Bim was shaking around exploded
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere by itself, untouched, unprovoked. And so that was one down. And then as soon as we started recording, you just saw Darren. Well, he didn't mean to open up his.
I did not.
It opened on its
I was
own.
actually getting ready. I thought this was going to be a cool photo op. Nope.
He said I thought it was gonna be a cool photo op. And right after Bim said he likes my new sneakers, so I'm just gonna leave that one over there.
Oh, we need a cup for Jen, though. I want to at least pour some for her
have
to
a cup.
toast.
Oh wait,
Have her open hers. Let's
No,
go do it
this is-
outside.
Oh, yeah. Well, we recording, bro.
I'll quickly run outside.
Guys, come on. We're recording. This is our 200th episode. Let's be professional for once.
he's saying I need my own bottle.
Yeah.
But we already started.
Yes, we can.
This is the worst episode ever.
Guys, it's gonna get better.
This
I
is
promise.
the worst. Well, all right.
Hey Bim, me and you can talk. Hi Bim.
No.
Bim, listen.
What is happening?
Listen to me, Bim. Listen to me, Bim.
Yes.
It's me and you. We're
Let's go.
friends. We can talk to each other.
Episode 200. Hi, Jen.
Episode 200. What up, buddy?
What did we do over the weekend? I'm mixing everything up.
This week was
Nah, it's cement on the
4th
cement.
of July.
But just point it away from the windows.
4th of July weekend.
Yes. And, yeah, no, so I didn't really do anything. No, remember we
neither.
went to the radio and franchise had said it doesn't feel like the
Oh,
4th.
yes.
I didn't touch anything that came off a grill the whole weekend.
I don't even know if I did.
And you be grilling.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. You guys didn't grill.
I don't think so. Oh, I heard the thing pop. Hopefully he didn't take his eye out.
Guys, it's not that big of a deal. I just need to go to the hospital. I'm fine.
I'm fine. I will drive with one eye.
Good thing we did that out there.
Instant.
We heard it. Thanks, Darren.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So Darren's back.
So-
we've got 3, maybe kind of almost full bottles of champagne.
Did you guys talk about the champagne yet and how it happened
Yeah,
already?
you probably would tell it way better, but yeah, I did.
So, Jen, all your practice. Guys, toast to
200.
200.
Could do this with nobody else but you two.
And this is the only way it could have happened. There's no way this could have been
Literally.
smooth. A champagne pop is supposed to be smooth. Okay. You can't drink it like a soda because you got to gently allow it to flow into your mouth.
It's my first time too, Darren. We're 2 virgins.
Oh, I've learned when you rush it, but you're going to get it on your nose.
Oh, no, I got a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Mazel tov.
That's different.
What up, peeps?
I was just excited.
So, listeners, 200th episode, nothing special on brand, but we do thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know if anybody reached out, but if you're listening and you did listen to all 200, or if you listen to at least 100 episodes, you're special, and I love you, and we love you. Thank you so much. You are family. Mm-hmm. You are family.
Yeah. You are a family.
Definitely. Thank you for taking this ride with us. Literally, we didn't really know what we were doing from day one. And we have a much better idea of what we're doing, but still don't know what we're doing.
That's a lie. He's just lying after we proved.
But no, it's been
We
fun.
didn't even open up the bottles right.
I'm saying, they just had a pot. It looks like Ghostbusters. Just things just happening. There's something strange in the neighborhood.
That kind of Ghostbusters.
What was she thinking?
Oh.
What was she thinking?
Jen, man, she's too good.
Help
You should
me.
be a guy. You should be a guy.
You should be a guy. That's, I don't know, Darren. What does this
I
mean?
shouldn't be a guy.
'Cause,
the world
man,
does not need that.
That was some dirty humor. You didn't get it?
He's still like
Ghost busting.
Ghost busting?
Oh, Bib, come on.
You said
Come
like
on, by yourself.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, y'all are nasty. Ghost busting?
No, you said it was like a Ghostbusters movie. I said, oh, that kind of Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
You're a wild person, yo. How much? You didn't even drink yet. What is up with y'all? And you caught it?
Of course I caught it.
Of
Tony,
course, that was funny.
It's always 2 on 1.
Flarn,
Filth. Yeah, this has been one of my favorite things to do for the past 4.5 years.
Crazy.
I honestly didn't think we would get this far into the journey, but I'm happy we did. And yeah, I don't know how much more we're gonna go with this, guys. But
He says this every time.
excuse me. Actually, this is actually the last episode for me. I just came here to pick up my check, and you're not gonna see me again.
Darren, we haven't been getting paid. If you would have said I came to get my equipment, that would have been more believable. I would have said, "Oh, damn, but check." Funny man.
Oh, you caught that joke.
My hands are swollen.
Oh.
Are you allergic to champagne?
I don't know.
That would be
Oh,
funny
boy.
if we found that out.
It would not be funny. That would be the worst.
While celebrating our 200th episode, we
That would
discovered
literally be Oh Darren, the episode, the finale.
And that's why. Not a crazy one, but like a Will Smith and,
Yeah, like-
thing, Just some inflation.
little bit of hives.
A little bit of scratchy throat,
Get this man some Benadryl.
Because it was all over my hands, and now that
Oh, my God. Jen.
Maybe it's because you need like moisture. Maybe it's like
no,
burning
what's
a
been
little.
happening lately is health issues. I don't know what it is, but my hand will like swell up,
Oh no.
and my rings are like I can tell my rings are super tight.
Oh
And I don't know why, what's causing it.
Oh no.
It'll just be this hand. It won't be this hand. So I don't know. I gotta get checked out.
Is that hand overworked, Darren?
No, it's usually this one. I don't use this one today.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the one that gets swollen.
But I'm nasty.
Well, we're talking about hands. Not ghosts. Champagne. Jen, 200 episodes.
Yes,
Tell us
sir.
your thoughts, feelings.
My
if any.
thoughts, feelings. This has been super fun. We all know how I didn't think I would do it, and so I realized it's because I trust you two. You guys are my friends. And I care about you, and I know you care about me. You wouldn't have me do anything that would harm me. And so I showed up. And by golly, I'm happy I did.
Yay.
See? Look at what a safe space does.
Yeah.
Look at what a safe space. But boy, we used to think this space was really safe, huh?
Hey, yo, Jen.
Oh, whoa.
It's not really safe?
It is, but dang.
I think it's
We
like,
be bugging out. We be bugging out.
this gives us too much power and like too much confidence.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So, Jen in the group chat shares a clip of episode 70. And
Only because Darren mentioned on the radio that it's like one of our worst episodes. And I'm like, yo, I got to revisit this. What did we say?
you be doing the research because I didn't even realize you said that. And then if I did, I still wouldn't have gone to listen.
Well,
I would have just taken
said
the
it-
word for it.
You weren't there in the morning when we said it.
Ah, okay. But to go back and listen to it, that's dedication.
Because I keep hearing about this one particular episode.
Yeah, I can never forget it.
He always mentions it.
It's
What?
pretty wild.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
The fanny pack conversation was funny as hell.
That was hilarious.
Shout out to Kay. We were talking about it was Derek's bachelor party, and drink, guys, please don't let these just sit here, because I'll finish it tonight.
I have alcohol.
And Kay was sporting a fanny pack because the shorts didn't have pockets.
As you should.
But the telling of the story is hilarious. And then I fast forward ahead to where you mentioned the other thing that we were talking about, Jen.
Yikes.
And oh boy,
another thing.
how can I? It was the gay for pay.
Yes. Yes.
And
He knows now.
Yes.
man,
I think Clarabelle joined us.
she
Yes,
did.
she did.
and added a new element to it.
Yeah.
That was a whole mouth is a mouth.
I told you, mouth is a mouth.
Ass
Wow.
is an ass.
Like, man,
Hand is a hand,
Hand
baby.
is a hand.
what are you doing with the hand? Making Play-Doh? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Making water. I would also like to say thank you to not only our listeners, but those people who have truly supported us and joined us on our podcast. We've had a plethora of amazing people that have sat in with us, repeat people like Tisha and Vic and Sammy, and just some really great interviews with like Boxana and Candy the violinist and Katiana and our
list goes on.
yeah. We I was looking at I'm working on a little something. I can't tell you guys exactly what
It
it is
doesn't
yet.
matter because we're never gonna see it. You'll be
We're not
working
gonna
on
see it.
the
We're
clip
not gonna see it.
with your parents telling you about the jukebox.
Damn.
This is
Working on the music video.
uplifting shit. I love the music video wasn't exactly my
The
fault.
clap cleats video.
That's
I mean,
all.
we waiting on some stuff there.
That's all. Right?
What clip?
The clap cleats video of you
Oh, the
giving your
review.
review.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry.
Damn, man, you got a list, bro.
talking about. I can't tell you now. We ain't never gonna know.
I have no rebuttal. You're right.
I'm sorry, Dad. Go ahead. Tell
No, you're
us. Tell us
fine.
about your secret.
No. I was just saying I was looking over the episode list of titles and people who have joined us. And I was like, oh man, I forgot like Heart and Ryan joined us,
Couple
Franchise and Boom,
That was a great one.
Georgina, the Spark Up podcast, shout out to them.
You're gonna be going on for a while.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Marie Mikael, rest in peace.
Yes.
I was just thinking about her today too.
Now we've been out here, and you know one other element that I've enjoyed. Shout out to
Good.
Chip Douglas, gave us the opportunity to be media in a different forum,
Oh yeah.
interviewing at the When Stars Align events.
Yep.
That's been fun for me because I get to see y'all in a different element, and I get to be actually like behind the camera because I enjoy so without having that connection, and Chip trusting us also to be part of what he had going on, lent us to something that we probably didn't think we would do. Like me, yes, I like to dabble with different stuff, but in terms of this event is going on where people are performing their arts and you're going to go and talk to them, put it out.
Yeah. Okay. Me. Hi.
Exactly.
way.
So it's been wild, man. It's been really ill.
And I also like the things that have come like impromptu, like the interview with Kobe Dennis, for example, like how we're going to talk to Lauren and Justin, which is already dope in itself in their space. And then from that, we're like, oh, hey,
Why
nice
you
to
here?
meet you.
Yeah.
Can we talk to you? And that was a really good conversation. So, I mean, all in all, being on the radio, that's been kind of
Come
wild.
on now. I got hit up. Shout out to John. But I gotta say, yo, good to hear y'all on the radio doing anything. I'm like, yo, people really, because everybody tunes in, or a lot of people tune in to WBRU. And it's that's the thing that I'm trying to do better with, Darren, like accepting the thank you and acknowledging that something that we're doing or I'm doing is actually a big deal. Being on the radio, just because the internet, you can get in touch with the whole world.
Yeah.
That doesn't take away the fact that being on broadcast radio where everybody can listen to it is a big deal. And we're on there every week.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Very dope. Very dope.
From just us.
Yeah. Yep.
Because you can't fake the funk with that kind of thing because franchise is going to do it because he's our boy.
Yeah.
It has to be good. So we're delivering good product, man.
Yep.
That good Coke.
And we've remained authentic to us. That's
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
thing.
Well, I don't know, man. You guys had me a little confused with your apology thing.
What happened?
Look at John's face. Are they compromising our freedom?
I had to say something.
Come on. Let's talk about. Let's tell the people what that's about, just in case they didn't catch it.
All right, so we're done recapping. So this past Monday on 4th of July.
I know we're still recapping 200 and all that stuff. It's part of our journey and growth.
But is it growth?
It is.
Yeah, it's definitely growth. You're right. So Darren and I actually did the morning show that day with the BRU crew, and then at 1 o'clock, all three of us went and did a live pod, as we try to do whenever we can all schedule it. And so on the morning show was Darren, like I said, myself, Franchise, Chip Doug, Riza, Miss Rhodey, and Bad Lad. And she had mentioned that she heard us on the radio, our clip where Darren and I were asking about, is it Puerto Rican Day Parade or is it a Puerto Rican Day Parade?
It's so funny every time she says it, because she says it the way she needs to say it for you to understand.
Yeah, because it's a question, right? And she said that she was actually upset about that clip because she's Puerto Rican, and she felt like we were mocking her culture. And so I took it upon myself to apologize on behalf of the podcast and say, listen, this is what we do. We do different accents and such, and it wasn't nothing personal. I mean, we're all from different countries, and we do it to each other. But, if you or any other Puerto Rican person listening was offended, we apologize. And Bim came on at 1 o'clock and was like,
no, we don't. Y'all want to apologize, not
Bim was
me.
like, why are we saying sorry?
Why are you saying y'all sorry?
Bim was like, yo, I want that smoke.
sorry?
Bim was like, I don't give a damn. He was like, who said sorry?
Who says sorry? Y'all said sorry?
You two said sorry?
Bim was really bad at us.
Yeah, I was.
And then he proceeded to just...
Give us the dirty looks.
Oh, you know why, though? And we talked about it. And you did the right thing, Jen.
I know I did, nigga.
Socially, in this new age, however it is now, it's like before the person even really knows what they're offended about, you're saying sorry for not even, like, really offending them. It's because they thought that you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
That world, I never want to live in.
Yeah.
So especially with a podcast where we love everybody. There's no ill will. Nothing underlying whatever. You don't get an apology out of me first. You don't get a conversation. Hey, do you know who I am and what we do and who we are?
And that's the thing. It's a quick show.
Yeah.
And there's not enough time.
I'll never.
So
I would never.
I will make time.
So the question is, have you listened to a full pod before? And if not, then this is why it's new to you.
Right.
So I'm sorry if you feel offended, but this is what it was.
Yeah.
And
because something like that
received as such.
allows people to move on amicably.
Because we still got to keep talking on the radio.
But for me, I hear sorry, and then I'm just like, okay, what's the next step, Darren? What does that mean? I can't do that no more? We can't do accents?
No, it's not what that meant at all. I said that's what we do.
But then what's the sorry for?
The sorry is I'm sorry that your feelings were hurt. I'm sorry that you felt that way, because
It's
that's
a
not
woman's
how
apology.
that's not how I wanted you to feel.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I just don't like it because I'm not going to apologize. Especially, like, if you could take the time to tell me how you feel, I would expect you to take the time to dive into the context of the conversation or who I am, right?
Right. But
because it makes for a completely different interaction.
But as a radio clip, most of the people who are listening don't have the time or the ability or even want to go listen to the whole episode, especially if they feel offended. So before you can even take the time to do all that, I've got to give you the backstory. And then if you choose to accept the apology and say, you know what, let me go look, then that's cool. If you don't, then...
But I also feel like there's a duty on, if you are offended by something, to try to be smart enough to say, let me get the whole thing before I jump to this conclusion.
Yeah, but that's not the world we live in anymore.
Because that's what I try to do. Like, people would mention things about, like, certain shows or even Joe Rogan, somebody that I actually listen to, and I listen to a lot of his podcasts, and people saying that he was racist doesn't align with anything, because I actually listen to all his podcasts and commentary stuff, and people who talk to him know him. So with a
It's
portion,
kind of like the Chappelle is transphobic or something.
yeah. So with a portion of something, and for something that we do in long form, where anything can be taken and misconstrued. Listening to that episode 70, I'm like, we would have been apologizing up and down for that one.
Yo, I was listening back to it like, I can't believe we said that on microphones.
So,
but I don't regret it.
Right. And so comparatively so, the Puerto Rican Day or Puerto Rican Day Parade conversation compared to that, I'm not saying nothing in apologetic form. But I'm open for conversation and dialogue.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And in that moment, it was the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad it was y'all there.
Yes, we are glad as well.
Because I'll have a debate on radio, quick 3-minute conversation. I'll do that.
Yeah. I'm not that quick.
Yes, you are.
I mean, I'm quick, but I need to be prepared to be quick.
And
like I wasn't even expecting that energy, so I wasn't even prepared. Like I had to nah.
Poor Darren.
Darren was
I was ready.
Darren's the one who wanted to smoke.
I wanted
Franchise was like, well, Darren called you out before. She was like, what? I was like, oh,
here we go. Because like we were saying, we're all kind of like-minded, and for the most part. So having the argument with somebody or debate with somebody,
invigorating a little bit.
Oh man, let's do it.
It wakes up the
the juices. Get the juices flowing.
Because back in the day, they didn't have Netflix and all of that. They went to the elders or whatever. They went and debated.
Yeah.
Where you grow your intellect, share ideas, and whatnot. It's just good, exchange. But when everybody's just apologizing, you don't even have conversations anymore. Y'all been drinking?
I have.
Yes. We can
Not
tell you
as
have
much
to.
as you.
You said take small
I'm
sips.
home though.
You said take small sips because it goes up your nose.
Oh, you're good now. It's flat enough to where it won't bubble you up.
I know that's right.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what that means. It just felt right.
They got Darren though. Look at her.
Definitely got me.
Oh
Cut it out.
Yo.
Dummy. Do you guys have a favorite episode?
Of what?
Of this?
Of this.
Oh, this man.
I have favorites. I don't even know if I have a favorite episode. I have favorite
moments,
parts of us. Yes.
And everybody knows I love the one with Darren eating crackers in the shower. That's
Come on, man.
that right there.
That's too bad. I mean, there's Bim's freestyle. The first time that came out.
Is to start laughing.
The first time that came out, I don't know what.
Actually, any of Bim's famous impressions, his
Yeah.
Drake,
Oh yeah.
his Boston.
Oh yeah.
Are those offensive too? Imagine if I had to apologize for all that.
They're probably not offensive to somebody, but
Don't blow me.
Not blow me.
That accent was probably offensive. Yo, people don't be at home just using different voices. Is this me? You do. Jen, you don't?
I probably do.
Hell yeah, you do.
all the time, man.
I know what I do that I be trying to catch myself. If I'm talking to someone with an accent long enough, I start. I'm like, stop doing that, Jen.
I gotta turn that off right away. Or it's gonna come out.
So bad.
I would like some water. Like, I've definitely done that in front of this. Yeah. Yes, you heard that right, man.
It's like when Bim starts saying R words with a W after talking to you for a while.
Yep.
I'm like, dang, Darren rubbed up on it again. Dang.
Oh
man, there's too much. There's little cringe-worthy moments I was thinking about the other day. Poor Bim. When we were interviewing Candy.
No. Yo, I swear I think about that still.
That was bad. I love her so much.
Ah, man. Yeah.
Like, bring that up.
That was one of those moments like, I'm glad that wasn't me.
Sometimes it's not good for your mind to be so quick. Sometimes it's not.
I get it.
Damn.
I understand.
She was a good sport about
man.
it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Of course, Montel Jordan being our best friend now.
Yo.
Yes.
That's pretty big.
Y'all are so funny. I don't know if y'all know how funny you are.
I think Darren's hilarious.
I have there's moments where it's just like, man, I can listen to this over and over and over again.
Of course, Bim whistling. Or not whistling.
I haven't gone back to that.
Y'all are kind of bullies a little bit.
So?
Damn.
So, you want
Sorry.
us to apologize?
See? I come back every week for this abuse as I drink.
Who gets abused more between the three of us? I say
Darren.
me. Yeah.
You absolutely. I agree.
That's-
You agree. We
I
are
would.
unanimous.
Yeah, that was easy.
The middle child. There was,
Yeah, you are the middle child.
Speaking of middle child, there was the middle child episode with Cootie that he kept saying. He kept saying taint.
Yo, the tank count. Makiba and her sister.
Yo.
When we were talking Jollof, that was fun. Oh man, we don't get the opportunity, like you said, to like have disagreement.
Yes.
With, somebody else. I love that.
It's good. It's good.
I love
It's
it.
good.
And rest in peace, Mikael.
Indeed.
Where she kind of like, I don't know if she was, flirting, a little flirt, but when she said, "Ooh, I like how you said my," I always think about that moment and laugh. I get a little
Mike.
sad, but then I laugh.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Mike, settle down, Mike. Nah, that was great.
You guys really called him Mike the whole episode
Yes,
after that.
I'm a married man, John. I'm protecting myself.
I know that's right.
That beautiful woman, don't talk to me like that. I'm married. What's wrong with you?
Man.
Mike, settle down, Mike.
Man, what a great memory. And that's how she lives on.
Word, man. Ah, damn.
Buxana, the whole AEIOF.
Y'all can't sing for nothing.
Nah, no
You
way.
need to learn how to sing, bro.
Man, we got some ill moments. Yo, did Darren go to the concert? He didn't go. Frost.
concert?
Shout out to Frostman, brilliant.
I went.
You went.
You were there, right?
Yes, the Connecticut thing.
Guys, that-
that was
My, Drina still brings it up randomly.
That
was
whole
wild.
day. That whole day.
We haven't even checked if they've had like another event like that in Hartford since then.
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't check again.
Oh, my God.
That whole
Yo.
day was just like,
Wow.
I was reminded on our drive down that we stopped at the Bullets and Bibles
Oh.
and store.
Yeah, that did happen with y'all.
Oof,
That was me,
scary.
you, Vic, and Kiba.
Yeah, wow, what a car ride, huh? Wow.
So much greatness has come from this podcast. Can I ask you guys what do you hope for the next, hypothetically, 200 episodes?
Oh,
No. Honestly, to me, it's effortless, right? Like, we would typically record at your crib.
Yep.
Life happens. We were able to just pivot. COVID, it actually held us down. It was something to look forward to, something to do. So if it ever got to a point where it was like, all right, life's too busy.
mundane
Yeah, but as long as it's effortless and actually adding to my life, I'll just keep doing it because it doesn't hinder me from doing anything. I have a great work-life balance, and this is mad fun. So whether it be this or some element of this has sparked something that even if we didn't do this part of it, we're still lent to other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to have that camera in my hand. Darren's going to interview people. Jen, you're a star. You already know that. So we can't get away from whatever this is sparked in a certain sense. There's a lot of stuff we're going to just be tied to now.
Okay.
it's funny because I know at some point in these 4 years, I mentioned how my mom said the reason why she gave me my name, but I'll tell you again if you forgot. My full name, God, my middle name is Amanda.
Yes.
So it's Genevieve Amanda, boop, boop. I don't need you to look me up.
She's still so protective of her
As if we haven't said our full government
It doesn't matter.
forwards and backwards.
It doesn't matter.
so
Okay.
funny.
It doesn't matter.
It's fine.
No
I
one's
think
looking
she's
for
an
me.
assassin, but I have a different theory. We'll talk
fine.
later. It's fine.
It's fine.
Perfect. Yes, thank you.
And I always asked her, like, why? Like, for real? And she's like, because she thought it would sound good as a newscaster to say, this is Genevieve
Oh my
Amanda.
God. Wow.
And doing your 6 o'clock. And then she would always tell me this. And I'm like, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. Because I hate cameras. I hate talking to people. And I would never. She told me this my entire childhood. And every time she would tell me that, I'm like,
Wow.
okay. And so recently I was thinking about, like, dang,
Look at you.
Africans are witches.
Watch this stuff. Does your mom even know you do a podcast?
No. I would never give
Why
her that
would she?
satisfaction.
Because she predicted this.
Not even predicted. She manifested.
So why not give your mom the satisfaction
No.
of knowing?
Absolutely not.
Y'all are terrible children.
I know.
Y'all are terrible.
I'm drinking Prosecco out of a Dunkin' Donuts straw.
You made it.
That's wealth. You better tell your mama you
Your
do a
parents know you
podcast.
do this?
Why would I bet it to her?
Yeah, they know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
They ain't gonna look it up. They just
I'm surprised that you sound surprised because your mom
my
has
mom.
definitely watched.
told her, asked me about the episode. Hey,
Me too.
Mom.
Yeah.
Stop.
I get it.
I say pussy on there. You shouldn't be listening.
Yeah, but it was during the baby shower. She came up and said something to me. I was like, oh no. Oh no, not Darren's
Every so often.
mom.
How do I listen to the whole thing? I don't know, Mom.
You don't. You
just
don't.
don't.
I'm not
You
really
put your
sure.
phone in the toilet. That's how you do
Matter of
it.
fact, Darren, you should just grab it and run.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I look forward to just the people we get to meet along this path. I'm interested in who we get to sit down with, who we get to interview. I'm nosy. So
And we have a queue of people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we're
It's
so
so
really
interesting.
You know what actually I'm looking forward to is getting better at organizing things and having time to actually sit down at the end of the year and like organize our
calendar of some sort, yeah.
YouTubes and stuff.
Yeah.
Once we can get the YouTube in like folders, oh my god.
The ill thing about this, like as it is in a super raw form still, with a little bit of finesse and organization, this could be so much more fun.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to believe because like this part of it, but imagine you don't have to worry about that element. I don't have to worry about that element. We can just freely do whatever and go. Man, we can do some things, man. And it's fun.
Yeah.
It's so damn fun.
To another 200.
To another 200.
Yeah.
Godspeed. Clink, 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 clink. Ah, you guys are awesome.
It's my straw.
She's bougie.
So what we talking
Darren,
about?
thanks for getting these, man.
My pleasure.
Yeah, I can't have my mom one day stumble upon this podcast because Bim snitched and told her.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna tell her.
And then, see, I knew exactly where he was going.
But I
with
should
that.
tell her.
You should not.
Yo, so check
This is
this
why you
out,
don't
right?
have my mother's number.
So I should have it because she would love me.
She does love you.
See?
She always remembers that one time you came and brought my purse.
Because I'm a fine boy. I was raised well.
Who is that boy? Ew. 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 Don't ask me that question.
I have this aura around me, man.
Moms love you, I bet.
Yeah,
You
my mom
seem
just be praying for me. She's like, I always hear Auntie so and so say, Bim is so nice. He's so nice. He stayed and helped clean. She was just praying for you as she was telling you know the conversation.
You know it's nowhere but everywhere at the same time. Like, what? How did we get here?
Oh
How
my
did we
God.
get here?
Nah, man, I got good energy, bro. You know
It
what
was
I'm saying?
like 11th grade or something.
Long time ago.
It was so long ago. It was like he was living at somebody's house
Up the
on
street
the same
when I was
street as
homeless,
me.
but not really. Yeah.
So Bim and I lived on the same street briefly, but I
Yeah.
didn't hang out with him at that
Yeah.
time. And we did something, and I left my purse somewhere. So he brought my purse to the house. That's it. Who is that? Who is that boy that brought? She would like for years. What happened to that boy who brought your pest that one time? I would have been forgot about that junk. He brought your pest. Your pest. My what?
You're stupid.
What?
I'm telling her, yo. I'm telling her. And look, maybe it was easy for moms knows and pops. I DJ, I host, I blah, blah, blah. So a podcast is nothing. They know I'm out there.
He's always just on the internet talking that English.
You got to tell her, yo. She'll be like, she'll pray for you so hard.
She prays for me so hard already.
She got to pray
her.
harder. You know that, right?
That's fine. What she's doing is
It's enough.
it's superb.
Jen don't want to be busy at all. She's like, nah, I don't need more blessing because I'm going to have to do stuff.
I'm a cap right now. She did a good job.
She did, though. She did. She bodied that. Jen's dope, yo.
Thanks, guys. You guys are dope too.
From high school, I knew you would be around. I knew you'd be around, but I didn't know to what extent. This, I would have never guessed.
No.
Same.
Never guessed.
I'm glad it worked out.
Oh, y'all fire, yo. If I had
You
emotions,
too,
I'd
man.
cry.
You too, yo.
I feel like
Emotions.
I feel like if I had to do like a 23andMe, I feel like me and Ben would be like distant relatives.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I believe it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You guys click quite well.
They're the same person. It's just
Literally.
scary.
Yeah.
Aren't you guys wearing like very similar things right now? Just
Not really.
kind of.
We both have hats on.
tees, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's not a norm for you.
No. I was hoping you noticed.
She's trying to be
I
like me.
it. I like it. An old school Patriots has that.
Yeah. Yo,
Shout out to Darling.
I miss football.
I was just thinking about football today. You see them trades? Boy.
I miss it. I can't wait. Oh, this time of year sucks. Oh.
It sucks, but it's so good. Like football, when football comes on, I'm like happy, sad, because I'm like, okay, summer's over, but football's
Yeah,
back.
it's coming. Yeah. Ah, I can't wait. Can't wait. Oof. Darren, you okay?
I'm gassy.
I had
It's that
probably from
champagne.
the
Champagne.
bubbles. I had reposted a meme where it had like the Baker Mayfield and Russ, and it said first week, Russell Wilson's new team is the Broncos.
Yep.
Plays Seattle, and Baker Mayfield's new team, the Panthers, plays the Browns.
Damn.
So somebody was like, the NFL writers were in their bag this season.
Yo, it's starting off the season like that. Messi, old flames. This is, I can't wait.
Ooh,
I
so
can't wait.
juicy.
There's like nothing. Good thing there's nice weather, but damn, yo.
The weather has been quite nice.
The weather
Man.
has been pretty freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
Not super
The,
hot
the
yet.
wave's been cooling down right at 7.
My man.
We
My
haven't experienced this.
That's 76.
75.
With that breeze. Just on my forehead.
Man, I will
Damn.
sit outside all day.
Oh, I love that. I was just telling you, I just sit right out there. Old man Ben.
Oh,
Bang,
man.
right there.
Old man Fuji. No,
Oh, old man Fuji. Yo, and I am old man Fuji. It's a thing. You guys nailed it.
Oh, and I love old Darren and old man Fuja.
we
Who
don't
am
have
I?
a
What was
Jen.
your show?
Oh,
She has
Jen?
a show.
I had a show. I forgot.
It came on after yours.
Yeah.
Was it Ojen?
No,
Nah.
it wasn't old Jen. We'll think of it.
We got,
You
damn.
know what I'm sad about though that I thought about today, and I was supposed to try and I clearly failed. I haven't done a Gen
Gen
snack
snack in a
in
while,
so
yeah.
long.
I
I'm
was just
like, yo, I
saying that in my
should
head.
bring something.
Vic was saying before y'all got here, he was trying to find, Simply Lemonade.
The things, the cans, I had them.
Oh, you have some?
They're at my house.
Oh, because he was saying they're hard to find.
Oh dang! I wish I was here for that conversation.
Yeah, so Simply makes
That's what I was drinking when I pulled up.
a sparkling
Yeah.
beverage now, and apparently it's all the rage.
Yeah. Oh,
I didn't know.
I could have hit him up and tell him where I found them.
Oh, yeah, he actually, when he was here, he called 2 liquor stores, and they were both sold out.
I put them on my story. Oh man,
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
that's what I was drinking because I have them, but they're not in the fridge. So I was like, I want to bring them, but I'm like, man, they're like mad warm. So I had put mine on ice.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's a lot.
You made the right decision.
Yeah. That's funny.
But yeah, I know that's like. But
So-
yeah, snacks. We're always open to snacks, fam. Oh shit.
Yeah, so you know my thing has been this summer now, or maybe this year, finding those fun alcohols when I see them on the internet. It's probably more than a year. What am I talking about this summer? Oh, crazy. So what I do now, though, is I go on the Drizzly website. You know what Drizzly is?
They deliver alcohol.
They deliver alcohol.
Okay.
So you go on
Jen,
there.
your life is a little different.
I don't get alcohol delivered. I just know of the site. I've seen the billboards.
Okay.
That's just crazy for me.
Look at that.
Because I'm always close enough to a liquor store where I can just go.
Where you live, yeah.
Not even where I live, just anywhere that I'm at. Because if I'm in the city, there's always a liquor store within, like,
Sure. Bang, bang.
you know, and I don't get my food delivered. So to get my alcohol delivered is like a whole nother.
That's a little different.
Yeah.
That means you're drunk already. You need.
And you want more. Like, no, just go to bed.
That's exactly what that says.
Right, if you're already drunk and you're
I
already
want
home,
more alcohol,
Oh
but I
my
cannot
God.
drive.
that's exactly right.
It's
So,
responsible though. Very
Isn't it
responsible.
until you pass out?
Waiting for your alcohol, but at least you didn't drive.
But at least you didn't
At
drive.
least you didn't drive.
So, Darren, that was good. So yeah, I'll go on Drizzly. I'll put in the address of wherever I'm at, and pretend I want to get alcohol delivered. Then I'll search it, and then it'll tell you the the stores
Oh, life hack.
that are close by
Smart.
that would, and then you just Google those store names and you get the address, and then you boom, bam.
Bing
That's
bong.
how I've been finding. That's my secret,
That's
guys.
smart. Eh?
People are like, dang, how can you always find the stuff? That's my secret.
Interesting. Vic, you heard it. There you go. Oh, that's
He said
smart.
he's behind. He's like at 180 something. So he's not gonna hear this until like January. But
He's like actually like catch. He's
he was
gonna
one of the
skip
people that I
ahead.
was thinking of when you said people listed all the episodes. He had binged them all and then had caught up. But
Oh, wow.
he's
Man.
just gotten behind recently.
I think Yemi's one for sure.
Yemi's definitely one.
Yeah.
Because I could see Yemi like the hour before
Yeah.
after we leave here. And he'll tell me something I just said. I'm like, well, I didn't even release it.
we ain't put
What are you talking about? Him and
Leaks?
Him and cousin.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she definitely. Yeah, she
I
watches
love
each.
Yemi.
What up,
She
cousin?
listens to each twice
That guy so much.
because she listens to audio and then she'll watch it.
Oh.
Amazing.
That's so
amazing.
really, Thank you. Thank
Jillian
you.
for sure is another one.
Yeah.
I
And
always
her
get
husband.
messages. Yo, Angel, my bro, we gotta be outside. I know you don't want to go outside at least once, please, this summer. Please, let me see you. Let me
Please.
see your face.
Ben wants to see your face.
Oh, to see your face. My bottle's almost finished, by the way.
Whoa.
God damn it, Bim.
Whoa. Well, I mean,
Y'all over there talking.
It
not
started
drinking.
out halfway because it went.
I know. We so much alcohol on this floor.
We should have just swapped bottles.
That would have been smart, right?
That would have been smart.
We are dummies.
Dumb men going to be drunkies.
Did y'all do anything for the Darren? Did you do anything for the 4th?
I went to we did BRU, and we went to a friend's house, Tanya's house.
Oh, right,
which was really nice. It was like it's been a while since all the Haitian crew has been together, and we all were together, and it was just a great day, great time. The kids running around, and I recognize that we are now the aunties and uncles,
bro.
And it's crazy to kind of see it in motion, like,
Like I went down to pick up his son one day, and I saw like people in the parking lot. I'm like, these are the parents picking up the kids?
Yo,
they're my age mates.
It's crazy. It's like Mushi was putting off on the kids, and my sons were in there, and they kind of just were like, okay, do whatever. I got to do what she's telling me to do, even though I don't. Yeah, I just got to do it.
Alliance to her, but whatever.
Right. And like Mushi's kids, they see me and they're like, "Hi, Uncle Darren," and it's I give them each $2 and run off.
Man,
and
you're
then
full.
And then it's just like, I found myself at one point looking to see if I could find a lemonade man to come by so we can get all the kids, and it's just like
he is full throttle.
Because you know the feeling as a kid when somebody did that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's nothing. Hey, come on, get you a little
Here
something.
you go. And you remember that, like, you see that person when you're older and you're like, oh, I remember Uncle
Darren,
blah, blah, blah.
he
did this for me. And then you, like, pay it forward. And, like, I'm looking at the kids like, holy shit. Where are the uncles and aunties for you guys?
Yeah.
We're all here talking around, talking about different stuff, laughing, talking about them. And then it's like,
That's our parents. It's like you go back in time and see your parents.
Yes.
In that role
It's
from a child's eyes.
exactly
I
that.
hate when I do that though, because then I start thinking,
What are they talking about?
What would they? Come on, hello.
What are you
hello.
saying about me?
Hello.
not even what
Not
they
about
say
you.
about
When
me.
Nazi
But-
things
yes.
you talk.
I'm like, what? Wait, what? Where did I put that line of thought actually made me put up a Facebook status a couple weeks ago where I was like, if you found out your mom could do a split right now,
You're so dumb, and people were like, I don't know how I would feel. Like people really answering her. I'm like,
Oh, boy.
why are you guys
know what's the
entertaining
funny
her?
thing is? It was like I said, train of thought right before bed. And when I have those, I have to put the status up and then go to sleep. So I'll put the status up,
And
put the
knock
phone
out.
on D&D, put the phone like 3 feet away from me and go to sleep and just forget about it that quickly. So in the morning, I'll look at my phone like, what the hell?
A gift.
A gift. Oh, isn't that fun? Past Jen gave present Jen a present.
Don't you love when you pass up? It would be like, yo, hey, pass Bim, you alright, yo.
I love when past Jen leaves future Jen snacks. Yo.
I be hiding cookies because I have a problem. So when I just be cleaning them, oh, past Bim, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Facts.
I used to do that at work. Like I would go to Dollar Tree and buy a bunch of snacks, and then put some of them in my top drawer. But I don't open the top drawer often. So then when I need some like staples or something,
Yo, I got cereal in here. Yo,
I got Skittles, baby.
yo, the best thing that you find that you forget about, like a Snickers bar or something you put in the freezer.
What? What?
Listen.
What?
Let me forget I put a Hershey pie in the freezer.
I know God breathed on me.
Yo, man, I'll be like, I'll like look at it and I'm like, yo, there's somebody else. Is this really mine?
You know when a squirrel finds some shit they buried and they look around like, hey, is this? Are you?
Then their little tail does that thing.
And then you run off.
Yo, man, truly
oh.
the best feeling in life.
Oh my God.
Truly one of the best feelings.
I thought I was the only one that thought thanked my past
No.
self.
I've never thought to think my past self.
No,
I just,
me and my past self.
yeah, you like this.
Yeah.
Then we really the same person, yo.
You are. 23andMe said it.
Oh my God. Yo, it's funny you had the uncle revelation. At church on Sunday, some of the youngins came in, some of the girls, super baggy jeans, oversized t-shirts. You know what came out of my mouth?
Oh God.
I wish I could have pulled the words back.
This is how you are dressing for church.
No, I said, that's how we used to dress in the 90s.
God, no.
Come on.
I don't even know what they said
you
after
saw
that.
the
I just
words.
sat back. Oh. every uncle, every auntie, anytime I stop, yeah, that's how we used to do it in the 70s. That's how we used to do it in the 80s. It's over. It is over. I'm finished. Yeah. Damn.
That's stressful.
Where's my
It
walker?
didn't feel good.
Where's my walker?
Yeah.
That is stressful.
That did not feel good. But we're mentors.
To whom?
It's our role.
To the
I
youths.
mean, you guys are.
Yo, no, yeah, they really, like, Darren, I'm sure you feel it. Like, you see kids and they're, like, listening to you and taking direction. It's like, oh, my God, you really, like,
and that's
care.
kind of the coaching thing, how that kind of stumbled upon to that. It's like, I know I can help you get this. So let me help you get this.
Yeah.
And then they get it, and then they're excited about it, and they're high-fiving, and you're like,
I've taught you something.
I've taught you something.
Yemi's nephew, Oyebade, entering high school. So he's been talking to me and, you know, school stuff from elementary all the way up. So he's like, I want to go to this school, but I'm not sure about this, and I want to play sports, but my mom. So all the things that we played when you wanted to play football, he's in that same position. So he's like, I want to get into classical, but they haven't gotten back to me, and da-da-da. Man, if I don't tell you he got in after they sent or didn't send anything, they sent the letter saying after reconsideration,
Oh, wow.
we've accepted. Yo, the joy on this.
Joy.
And I'm like, yo, he confided, he shared, he was concerned.
And
all
so
the
you
same
were able
simple
to share that with him. That's dope.
and he's gonna remember that forever. I wanted to get into the school,
And that's what I'm like having a hard time. Like, I'm now a staple in your memory somewhere.
right. But the ill thing is, like, we know we have the ability to do that for somebody. Speaking life into a kid or encouraging a love, a passion that they have. Like, when you recognize that you could do that so easily for somebody, like I would tell the wife all the time before, when we were dating, we would go out to eat, and she would, like, order sometimes, but not look at the waiter or waitress. Like, just say, oh, okay, I'll take this, and then I said, yo, you should take the time to, like, look at the person and exchange, because you don't know what kind of day they had. That can mean the world to them that you actually took the time and be the first customer of the day to actually look at me and care what I'm saying back.
Yeah.
So we can do some stuff with people, man, and it feels good, yo.
It's funny you said that today because I felt conflicted. We went to pick up our lunch, and then because I'm me, I always need a snack on the way to getting my food, right?
It's fine, go. I don't care.
'Cause you do
I don't
that?
care. I
Do
don't
you do
care.
that?
I
Do
don't care.
Okay.
Ask me if I care.
I
don't.
Okay.
So we picked up our food for lunch, but then I went to McDonald's in a drive-thru.
Hey, Q, what up,
I don't-
beloved? I
hey.
know I do this, like, a lot. Thank
don't
you.
deserve you.
Hey,
Hey,
she don't deserve you, brother.
Pause. I almost want to press pause. In this. Do you ever fear that they're judging you when you go to the window and you have?
I'm not gonna lie to you. There's been a couple times where I've had like a bag or two in my passenger seat. Like I might make a stop. Like I might pick up a pizza and then stop somewhere else for like a snack. And then I go to the drive-thru and I'm like, yo, they probably looking at my passenger seat like.
Man, you got Burger King right there.
I've definitely done across the street Burger King to McDonald's.
All right.
Definitely.
Unpause. Keep going.
So, in the drive-thru, got apple pie and a 4-piece nugget. Not both for me, just one's for me. And 'cause I don't need you judging me further than you already are. And we get to the first window, and it's a busy McDonald's. They always have a line. They have actually a double drive-thru. So she takes my card, she rings it through, tells whatever, gives me the card back. And on the way giving the card back, she's like, that sounded so good. Talking about our food. Mind you, you work at McDonald's, right? It's like,
You know the whole menu. Why
you listen to this all day. You're in the drive-thru. She's like, that sounds so good.
It's so weird.
People start any kind of conversation with Bim. I'm trying to tell you. I have a witness to this. There was somebody in the car.
Yo, y'all know the menu. What do you mean? I don't get it. What combination did you have? Just those two together?
Those 2 items.
That sounds good.
That sounds good.
And then she
Like she
proceeded
never
to
thought
tell
of
me
this.
for like, it was like a 2-minute story about what time she gets to work. She works 10-hour shifts and blah, blah, blah. So she takes her break really early. So by the time it's like 2 o'clock, she's really hungry, but she doesn't leave till 4. It was a whole thing. And I'm sitting there conflicted because I'm like, there's people behind me, bro. but I don't want to be
also want-
rude.
yes.
I gotta let you finish. Gotta let you get this off. but there's people behind me, bro.
Right. Because while you're making someone else feel good.
Y'all making someone really mad.
Bam, bam. Their fries getting cold.
They already see me get my card back from the window.
Damn.
So they know.
You know.
I'm the person in the back like, yo, with this greedy ass person order mad shit, huh?
Oh, you trying to ask them at the window?
They about to have 3 bags. Here you go. 1 A bag.
You guys care that much?
You be chilling?
Yeah.
Anytime away from home, look at this guy.
Wow, Bim. Wow, Bim.
So for me, if it takes me a while, when I say while, I'm saying up until 5 minutes.
Yeah.
In a drive-through, I'm okay because I know my food's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
More likely.
Okay.
Anything more than like 8 or so minutes, I'm irritated.
I don't go to the drive-thru unless I'm in a rush. If I have time, I go inside because it's always faster going inside if there's no line. If there's a line, it's always faster if there's a line.
Yeah.
If there's like 3 or 4 cars, I'm going inside.
Yeah.
But if I chose to go to drive-thru, I'm expecting if there's 1 or 2 cars. Okay, we good.
Yeah.
Waiting. Now I'm mad. Then somebody's behind me, so I can't escape. Damn. Damn, now I'm stuck. For you to get your double cheeseburger and have a nice story.
I got a 4-piece nugget and apple pie.
Oh, sorry.
Man, I never thought about that before, brother. 4-piece nugget.
And you know why it was a 4-piece? I wanted a 4-piece because I just needed a snack for the drive back to work so I could eat my lunch that I had purchased.
Appetizer.
Right. That's his bitches love apps. I say it all the time.
She's such a child. She can't even. Darren.
A 4-piece would do nothing
It's
for
just enough to
me
chew.
or my boys.
It's just enough to chew.
My 3-year-old, that would do nothing.
I just
for
need
him,
something
man.
to chew.
Because you'll be smelling the other one.
And then I'll be trying to dig in a bag and I can't because it's not really that kind of food.
I understand.
So I need something to chew, keep me distracted.
But I would typically just get that whole experience from one place.
Yeah, but the one place didn't have chewable things.
Yeah, sure.
It was Chipotle. I can't. I tried driving with a soft taco. It's not easy.
Jen's life is so unique, and I love that it's designed just for her. You know,
No one else. It can be for no one else.
I can appreciate that.
You can't. I'm telling you, I've tried it. So because you can't, I gotta get something. Finger foodish.
It's cool.
Yeah.
No judgment.
So, but I was thinking to myself, like, yo, you can't just drive off on this lady. She's been waiting to chat with somebody, and you seem like the person. So,
Some people needed that.
So just sit down.
You did the right thing.
They ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, and those people behind it be all right.
Plus, you got real food. It's just 4 pieces of nuggets. Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. I got a 4-piece, but then I was like, oh, you got spicy? Let me get the spicy 4-piece. You know what they told me, Darren?
No, I don't know, Jen.
The spicy only comes in 6-piece and up.
That is a thing.
Wait.
That is a thing.
Speak on it, Darren.
Just give me the 4-piece. Just give me 4 nuggets.
No, it's a
That's
thing.
not so hard.
It's a thing.
What do you mean? I cannot physically give you 4?
Darren, it's about profit margin. It's a thing.
Ain't they the same nugget?
No.
I mean, it's one spicy, one's...
And they send those in. They have a different
Give me
cost.
4 and you eat 2 by yourself.
They have a different cost.
Because they put extra seasoning on it?
McDonald's ain't making trillions of dollars for no reason, bro. They know what they're doing.
It's not like I have $1 billion restaurant.
Bro, we used to count the packets, the sweet and sour stuff when we do inventory. Everything.
Yeah, I too. But
Yeah,
still, it's stupid. Just like my Chipotle yesterday was stupid.
They got that money for a reason.
Panera. Nice ass fork, no dressing.
Why you post a fork?
Because the fork was really nice. Like if you felt it, it was like noticeably nice. I said, I hadn't even taken it all the way out the package. I had just ripped the end. I said, this is a nice fork. People gotta know.
Plastic fork.
Panera got some nice.
Did you save it?
Forks? No, it's a plastic fork.
Of course, because Darren.
Duh.
Right? It's plastic. What do you mean?
So I do this whole thing to big them up on my story. Look at these nice forks. And then I go to get the dressing for the salad, and ain't no.
I saw that as well.
I'm so tired.
Oh my God.
Anyways, what are we talking about this week?
Darren. Jen don't need to be here for this. She wouldn't say nothing. I saw California will end arrests for loitering attached to prostitution. So, Governor Gavin Newsom.
Attached to okay.
So, if there's a hoe or a prostitute or whatever the term is for the person as they choose, madame,
my lady.
my lady, street lady,
Your Grace.
Lady of the Night.
Lady Winterfell.
If they're out there on the corner
Yeah.
in California,
Yeah.
they won't get busted. I think what they're trying to do is reduce arrests for like prostitution or what's the term? Soliciting. So if they're just standing outside, probably they have a problem out there. But they want to reduce the amount of arrests that they have attached to that. And there was one other thing. I don't know what's going on.
That sounds a little odd.
And I have to read the entire article because I do try to understand certain things. Mm-hmm. But if the act is illegal and you can see someone visibly, and cops are familiar with a lot of them, especially if they made multiple arrests, I see that person there. I just have to wait for them to actually commit the crime before I bust them. Yeah. Jen, what I'm talking about is in California, Governor Gavin Newsom made it, hold on, I want to read it verbatim. California will end arrests for loitering for prostitution. Meaning, if you were on the corner looking to make a quick buck, they wouldn't bust you unless you were then about to do the act versus seeing you standing there, knowing you're about to do it, they can't do anything.
I guess what is that? I'm like, what does that solve? Like, does that cut the arrest rate in half?
Because prostitution is still illegal.
Yes. So
I don't know what's happening.
That's weird.
So wait, so they can't arrest you?
They can't arrest you for standing there,
loitering,
but they can't arrest you for prostituting.
It's kind of like the whole you can buy weed legally in Massachusetts,
but you can't bring it.
You can legally possess it in Rhode Island, but you can't drive it to Rhode Island from Massachusetts from a legal dispensary.
Exactly that.
Right.
But they let you in with a Rhode Island license.
Yeah. So like certain things, it's like, why not just legalize it then, right? If we're talking about that. So if you're gonna do that in Cali, fam, just if you know what they out there looking to do, if you're not gonna bust them before doing the crime that you know that in most cases they're out there about to do, but you're just gonna wait until they're about to do it.
Maybe they were arresting people who was like, no, I wasn't about to do that, and they had to like proving it. I was just homeless.
Right.
No. It's nice out.
Right, because
I just dress like this.
Because as a cop, that's tough. Like, what do you do, right? Okay, so you've arrested this person 3 times for this act. You see them in the same area, wearing clothes that would invite potentially that kind of activity, similar to what you saw them in last time, and you can't do anything until the act happens. But they'll wait for you to leave, or they'll go to a different area. I don't know. It's weird stuff is happening.
This is a way to get more undercover stings.
Hey, there you go. There you go. That rotation would be ill. Everybody be signing up for that detail.
Me. Honey, sorry, I gotta work late tonight.
Yeah.
There's some, I don't know. There's some weird stuff happening.
That is quite weird.
Did you hear about the Brittany Griner?
Yeah.
Why would she plead guilty?
So it's part of an agreement that the U.S. made with Russia, I guess. So I guess if she pleads guilty, then the two countries can negotiate to swap prisoners at some point, and she can come back home.
Okay. Can we talk for a second about this?
I guess.
You two talk. Nah, I gotta go bathroom.
Oh, God, that's a first.
Prosecco going through you.
Jen.
No, I don't know much on the topic to begin with, as my disclaimer, but yes.
So very high level.
You shut up, Darren.
Very high level. Brittany Griner went to Russia to play Russia. Did I say ER? Am I from
That was
Rhode
Rhode Island. That was
Ew.
mad Rhode Island. Ew. Even I don't do that.
Brittany Griner went to Russia to play basketball overseas. She had on her person a vape pen with a cartridge that had THC in it. It's illegal in Russia. Locked up. Their rules, bang. So I don't know if you've seen what I've seen, but there's a lot of, why isn't the U.S. government doing anything? Like,
yeah, and I keep wondering, like, I'm sure there's plenty of Americans who go places and get arrested for breaking the crimes in that country.
I heard a story of some rapper, I can't remember who it was, but in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, they don't play, yo.
Yeah.
With weed, you're locked up.
Yeah.
So, and again, I'm not insensitive. I get it. To a lot of people here, it feels like, what's the big deal? It's just weed. Yo, everywhere ain't America. I was in Singapore. on the train, it was illegal to litter with gum. So it may seem ridiculous to some, but like that's there. You respect people's house when you go there.
Remember when we were young and there was that dude who went to, I think it was Singapore, and he did something and they beat him?
Yeah, yeah. So I get it. I know. Just weed. But like people are like, Biden, you're not doing enough. And what do you expect to? There's mad stuff going on. Like nobody wants to work. Biden can't remember words. He's falling off bikes. And you want him to think about this lady who brought weed into another country? I don't. And they're like mad at them. It's so confusing.
But I think because once people say this is something that is a possibility, that everyone else would jump on it. Like, well, why isn't it happening? And it's like, even if he can, it's going to take time. It's a whole process.
Yes.
Like, this took time. They had to negotiate. She had to plead guilty. They had to have a trial. Like, the whole thing, it's not like an overnight thing, unfortunately. Yes, we all wish she could just come home. But this is their rules.
And again, it's only because we know who she is. You know how many vacationers probably went somewhere with some stuff on them and is locked? Do you care about that? Like, and I'm wondering when I see these posts, to what extent do you want them to give up like an actual like Russian spy for a basketball player who don't even?
That's what I was saying. I was like, what, are we doing crime for a crime? Like, are we doing a Russian who's here for trafficking?
Which I'm sure we can find.
Because what she broke, in our standards, wouldn't even be considered trafficking.
Nope.
Right? So what Russian do we have captured who's done something that's about the same level?
And is it acceptable to Russia?
To them, right.
Because they're not going to want something equal. They don't even care about her.
No, they want some. That's why they arrested her, because she's a popular person. Yeah. And they're like, you know what, we can get so-and-so from blah, blah, blah out if we can get an American.
And so why does everybody fall for this outrage game? To where like you really don't get what game they're playing on their own. What you're saying and tweeting isn't going to help anything.
I'm annoyed with the outrage because you know how I feel about the whole Rhode Island State Senator and the
let's do it.
And I was like, I'm trying not to do a whole rant, but I'm so annoyed with people in the fake rage.
But I'm curious. All right, go.
Because
what's the context?
So Senator Tiara Mack put up a TikTok the other day, 8-second TikTok of her twerking, Rhode Island Senator, twerking on a handstand upside down at the beach. And at the end of it said, vote for Mack. And that simple 8-second clip has gone viral, sparked all types of backlash, and
viral.
She was named demon possessed person of the day.
Ridiculous.
Now, can I ask you guys, now this is me being devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Why is it ridiculous?
I'm going to tell you why it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Because you know me, I have a soft spot and an already high level of frustration for things like this, being a black woman, where it's like we go to work and the dress code, we wear something, and then a week later the dress codes change where I can't wear what I just wore. Or I come to work with my hair a certain way, and then 2 weeks later, oh, well, did you see the memo, the email? You can't do that. You know what I mean? It's like stuff all of a sudden feels more vilified if a black woman does it, sometimes when it's really not like that big of a deal. She's on her personal TikTok. She's at the beach. She does a handstand. First of all, she's not twerking, in my opinion. She's doing a p-poppin on a handstand. There's a difference. It's a different level of athleticism. Okay? If you're going to speak on it right, mainstream. She's p-popping on a handstand. There's a whole song about it. On a headstand, sorry. There's a whole song about it. It's by Ludacris. Okay?
BT Uncut.
Yes. So, twerking, anybody can bend over and attempt to twerk. Anybody can't bend over and attempt to do what she did. What she did involved athleticism, it involved balance, and it involved
focus.
Thank you, Darren. Now, why I'm upset about this backlash is because I'm at work, boom, chilling. I think 3 or 4 people sent it to me within less than 30 minutes. A couple of them weren't even from Rhode Island. Right, this thing had gone viral apparently.
Yeah, 50 had posted all that.
Yeah, it went viral quick. So like, somebody from North Carolina hit me up like, "Yo, is this real?" Cousin Liz hit me up from London, told me, "Yo, is this really a Rhode Island Senate person?" All right, cool. In my head, I'm like, "Huh, that's kind of cool. We got somebody in the state assembly who looks like me, probably talks like me, acts like me." I was souped. I'm like, Matter of fact, shame on me for not knowing there's a black woman working in the state assembly. And then when I looked up, I Googled District 6. I fucking live in District 6.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that, right? Shame on me for I probably voted for this girl because I probably voted all Democrat down. Who knows? But
God.
look at God, right? So that's how I took it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I see this lady, she's, she has to, I guess on TikTok you can reply to posts.
Yep.
So she's replying to the post, and these people are being so angry, and they're just like,
Some nasty comments in there.
oh, it's very
Oh, man,
nasty.
terrible.
If you really think you're gonna get elected like that? And she's taking the time to really respond to all of them. Like,
Yep,
yo, first of all, I'm already elected, so I be getting reelected. Like, and trying to like basically shot for shot that these people like you don't know what you're talking about. And I don't like that she has to even do all of that because. And I'm not trying to be racial. I'm just laying out the facts. If this was a young Caucasian state senator who was maybe 120, 25 pounds, who did a yoga handstand at the beach on her TikTok, would that have gone viral?
I think so, but not as viral.
Not for the same
Not
type
for the
of
same
backlash.
reason, exactly.
But so, can I offer
It
some
would-
pushback?
Of course.
Oh, Darren, actually, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
So, you mentioned, I know jokingly, Ludacris was p-poppin. Do you think a lot of people know what that is?
That's why I'm saying this. I'm like, there's a lot of people who don't know these things, and they're taking them like for face value.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, we need to have these conversations.
So that becomes the issue, right? For
Right.
And Tiara,
Yes.
to us within the culture, we get it.
Yes.
Black people is only 13-14% of the population of the United States, and then people of the culture is a smaller percentage than that.
Right.
Right? Factor in the other people from different, it's still a very, very small percentage.
Exactly. And that's why I wanted to speak on it.
So middle America, who has no idea, looks at that, and to them, because it's a stripper move, or this is what I see in the hip hop videos,
Right.
and you're a politician. Can you be upset at somebody for seeing that and be an outrage because that's not what they would expect? Because they're not aware of the culture.
No, because it's selective.
How
Right? We sat here and screamed all last week that women should have controls of their bodies, and that a woman does something with her own body. Not like she's
Oh,
hurting
no,
anyone.
it's the same people who are saying, don't do that either.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, I lost my train of thought.
The body control women,
What was the question you asked?
people being in support. Well, so like it's a disc. So like sometimes we talked about code switching before, right?
Yes.
Because the cultural differences, if I'm calling Darren my nigga vigorously, somebody's gonna get uncomfortable who's not of the culture.
Right. Like even that article about the dude who's about to go to the bathroom and say, I'm about to blow this bathroom up.
Right.
And then they took it as a bomb threat.
Exactly. So just like the with other things where people are apologizing for saying certain things because you're easy to offend, something even in fun to us culturally is offensive because my government official is doing that on a handstand. What example? Because culturally, that's not with their children or whomever.
Right.
So, like a lot of it is like miscommunication on a large scale.
Exactly. But what I'm frustrated about, that's the other part of my rant. But what I'm frustrated about is that, okay, she did that and it's outrage. Oh, with the smallest state and a state assembly member of the smallest state, and it's outrage. But then the first lady posed nude, and it's like, oh, that's cool.
No, people had a problem with that.
People had a problem with it, but it didn't go to this.
Because that was years prior. Oh shoot.
Sorry, guys.
Good effort.
That was,
Good effort, Ben.
You saw it, right? I got it. That was years prior.
Right.
So if Melania had gotten on her head while, that's a completely different story.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? So, but so here's where like I get it. If it's something I never saw, like say one of our officials came out wearing goth and with the nails and Marilyn Manson type thing. We don't understand. We're like, yo, what's up with this part? They're not gonna have my best interest in heart. That's our first reaction. We can't even front and say we wouldn't think something like that.
It's the first reaction, but the fact that people are, even after she's explained herself, even after she's literally people is putting all these questions up and she's replying back.
Oh, you think they reading all that?
Exactly.
No, this is.
And that's my problem with it. It's like,
But that's how stuff is with the media.
right, and I don't like that. Like, why are you vilifying this girl for literally just living her life when the rest of, like you said, the culture is small, and we've been asking for somebody who looks like us more in government, who walks like us, talk like us. So fine, if the people who ain't of the culture want to feel that way, fine. But then when the people who are part of the culture are the ones making this go viral in a negative way.
Well, but I think the tough part about that is like there are folks who care about like, and I'm not saying one way is good or the other, but the reality of it is certain things cause a reaction.
Yes.
And sometimes will hinder. Now those people have something to say about us.
Right.
And that's where the code switching thing happens, right? I may not be all the way myself
just because I don't want to
on
give you an
social
excuse.
media because I don't need an excuse to mess it up. Is it right? No. But people do it because of this. This happens.
And it's so frustrating that it just feels disproportionate to me.
Yeah, and
That's the part that frustrates me.
and when people like joke about it also, yes, the memes are hilarious. But it hurts, yo. And that's the problem with posting that kind of. I know everybody should be able to do exactly what they want to do, wear what they want to do, dance how they want to dance. We ain't there, yo.
That's annoying.
That's
We
a
ain't
problem.
there.
That's the problem.
And it's the problem, but it's also the reality. So like, then it becomes, okay, which fight do you want to fight? Right? Do you want to, that look crazy.
Ghostbusters.
You're an idiot, but brilliant. Which fight do you want to fight?
Right.
Right? Are you prepared to not post it to preserve, but not as many people would know who you were? Because I didn't know who she was and what she stood for.
And like I said,
So-
now I know who she is. Now I know where her website is. Now,
Right.
now I follow her Instagram. So if the election's coming up and she posts, hey, election's coming up 3 months from now, I might not even remember she was the girl on the
They're
beach.
going to remember. Because her opposition, she's going against people to run. They're going to make sure everybody remembers.
That's fine. But
Is it?
Well, I don't know.
It's,
we'll
and
see.
that's the problem. The population of the people who don't like that is bigger than ours.
But the district she represents,
Have you seen your district
I
in
haven't.
certain areas?
I haven't.
Pay attention.
Right.
Pay attention.
Things are happening.
I've driven around Providence this past weekend, Darren,
It's
especially
crazy.
the Silver Lake area.
Oof.
Yo, pay attention
This is
because we have this whole thing is a game, right?
Right.
From top to bottom, it impacts people's life, it kills people. But yo, when you really understand what's going on, they're not going to change the rules of the game. We have to understand the rules and play it to our benefit.
Right, but if we can't play it where we can at least do something small that just the video was like 8 seconds long.
Doesn't matter. You freeze it. It's a picture that lasts forever.
So she can't even be herself on the internet for 8 seconds.
Is that important?
Maybe it is to her. I don't know. I can't
And that's
do
where
it.
we
so
have
I,
to make the decision.
And that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. I can't do it, so I haven't done it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
So-
right.
And
You don't
that's-
even say your whole name.
That is.
Oh, Darren, you look confused. What happened?
I'm like, you can't do the handstand?
Yes, I can't do the headstand, and I also can't.
She don't jump. She don't go up the stairs. You think she gonna do a headstand?
I jump. I just have to think about it. I gotta commit.
I jumped too, John.
Thanks, there.
I too jump.
2 jumping beans.
But I love it because it introduces conversation and awareness. Because I didn't know about her. A lot of
Indeed.
people didn't. But I hope it doesn't backfire and ignite more people to not want to vote for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the delicate part of it. But I
Yeah.
feel like most of the people who are talking to her are not her constituents.
Are you sure? That's
I'm
the
not
thing.
sure.
We don't know. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but that's just how I feel.
Because I always feel like, yeah, we're strong in numbers in at least certain areas. Man, you don't. And some of the people who live right there who may look a certain way, they don't like seeing that.
I mention it all the time at speed bump meeting.
Boom, boom. So and it sucks, yo, because I would love to post certain things. I'd love to say certain things on our pod.
We know.
Come on, be free. But
And this is why we apologize sometimes, Bim.
never.
See?
Because if you cover your
there.
tracks, you ain't got to apologize.
So he won't apologize, but he'll peep up.
I didn't do that. I did, but it was in college.
Let's see. Oh,
I don't got pee.
Nice. Good bladder. Good bladder. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then the thing that I also wanted to mention was that at the end she said, like you said, vote for
Mac.
Vote for Mac. And I know some people took that as, okay, if she's going to do a handstand, fine, but don't mix your politics in with that.
Because that's what invites the other stuff.
Because had she not put that, honestly,
She'd be fine.
Yeah,
it would be fine. It would just be a video.
Yeah.
Fine. But it hurts me when people, like you said, of the culture act like they don't know what that was. The majority of people won't understand that, but what she was doing there is what you call a light flex. So what she was saying was, yes, I can do
Look at Darren.
I can do a headstand, but don't get it twisted. I'm also
still your senator.
yeah, I'm also an elected official. I'm also an educated person. Don't try to come at me crazy.
Yep.
And that's it's saying a lot with very few words.
Of course. But then it becomes, what do we, up until what do we kind of not include in social media and tie to our political or professional life?
Right. And so that's what I'm saying. If you're not of the culture, if you're part of the 90-something% of the people who it went over your head, I don't fault you for that. I'm here to explain what that meant. She's not going to use it as a campaign ad on TV or nothing like that.
But somebody else will use it against her. That's the problem.
Right.
Yeah.
So the people who don't know what that was, who think that wasn't a campaign ad, it wasn't. That was a light flex.
So
did it backfire? I don't know. I personally wish it wouldn't, and I wish we were in a place where it didn't.
And that's where, you know what? I love this. Society as a whole.
Yes.
We're looking to get somewhere where people can be free and express themselves. But do we really know what that looks like? Right?
Right.
So someone posted the other day on the Twitter. Twitter's my favorite social media.
Fun.
Did I say that already? I may have said that.
I only check in like once every few days, but every time I do, I'm satisfied.
Twitter, amazing. So someone had posted, and this has been going on since COVID into now. Yo, what's going on with all the like restaurant workers, service people, all that stuff? Where are they? And somebody had replied to that saying they died. 1 million plus people, COVID, all that stuff. And I jump right to the comments because that's where I try to find something to spark my thoughts. And there's people saying, people died, and okay, let's close it on. But that doesn't explain the whole nation. A woman said something along the lines of, it's not people dying. Unemployment rate is at 3.6% in the United States. It's very low. During COVID, it was like upwards of like almost 15%, I believe. So jobs are available. It's and she had said a generation of spoiled kids or kids with parents who coddled them and told them they didn't have to do certain things, just not wanting to work. So I had to think about that for a second. Work from home has expanded damn near, who knows the percentage across the country. So you could be here locally in Rhode Island and work in Texas or work for a company in Texas, wherever. But even still, the nationwide unemployment rate is 3.6%, but jobs aren't filled. And it's a lot of the manual jobs, in-person jobs, in the office jobs even. People don't want to go in. So, okay, how does that tie to society and Tiara Mack and whatever? America is built on an idea of a society where everything works a certain way based on this currency backed by, quote, gold. And if everybody falls in line, we can continue to have this thing work, this machine work, and go. If you start to veer off, things start to break. Every empire falls. If everybody doesn't buy into the idea of America, twerking, pissing off some constituents, not wanting to work because you don't want to go into an office. Because new technology, internet is very new. Work from home is very, very new. And it's disturbing brick and mortar establishments, meaning in the building.
Yeah.
This is all very new. People don't realize, like, 80s was the internet. Assembly lines was only like the 40s, 50s, something like that. So something is shifting in society that is causing unrest and it's breaking the system little by little. People are freaking out.
Yeah, the amount of people who now work for themselves or new companies have started. There's so many, even though a lot of businesses have closed, there's a lot of new businesses that need new employees, and they don't even know what they are looking for in some of these positions.
Right.
They just know, I need somebody to do that thing. I just don't know who I need.
And I've seen, even at where I work, people are leaving for full-time work-from-home jobs.
Yeah.
And they don't care. There's a ton of them. There's a ton.
Yeah.
So my thoughts are, okay, everybody, things are changing, right? People are getting what they want and being able to do what they want, move how they want. And that's how society, in the minds of many, should be in America. You know how many countries don't give a damn about a lot of the stuff that y'all are fighting for here? Mm-hmm. Because their society isn't dependent on y'all freedom. We just need to stay alive. If America collapses because everybody starts infighting and not wanting to work or wanting to do what they want and pissing off a bunch of other people, so people with no sense, and I'm not talking about Tiara, like a Trump or someone, ends up in office, America is not guaranteed to just be good forever. So this place is built on blood, capitalism, all that. It needs a lot of bad stuff to keep happening in order to function.
To keep going.
I don't know if people realize that. So when we talk about the abortion stuff last week, behind closed doors, I'm sure they don't care. But yo, there's a lot of people who really don't want this to be a thing. And if we piss them off, a lot of bad stuff is going to happen. America doesn't have the foundation to function off of morality. There's a lot of countries that don't like us.
If like, even when you watch like cable news, in America, if you watch like a liberal channel like a MSNBC, and they'll talk about like, yo, the Republicans, when they want to do something,
they do it.
They just say it and do it. And they don't care what the rules are. They just do it. They just get a bunch of them, and they all band together. They're like, yo, they worked 50 years. They said for 50 years they were going to overturn Roe, and 50 years came and went, and guess what? They overturned Roe. Whereas the Democrats want to be moral and get nothing done.
They don't have a plan. Like what the Republicans are doing. Again, a lot of it, the rights are not. It's not in favor of people, but they're trying to maintain status quo, which is bad to a lot of people. But it works for America. America needs us a machine that is running with workers who want to work. If people stop working and don't want to do stuff and start doing their own, it's good for the people socially. It makes us weak infrastructurally because then what are we putting out? Then that makes us susceptible to attack because we can still be invaded. And
this is one of those things that people who came from other countries would come to America and backfill where the Americans who didn't want to do those things would do. But then the Americans who are here are like, well, we got to stop immigration, so those people are not here. And that's where a lot of the restaurant workers are actually.
Right.
I remember seeing a news story about that at least a year ago about how might have been Cape Cod or one of those other places around here where they have a summer, basically summer business in that area. So in the summer, the restaurants, the hotels, all the hospitality, all open. And so a lot of people get work visas from the Caribbean.
Yep, it's like Block Island.
Yes, and come and work in these places for 3, 4, 5 months and then go back to their countries. But because of the stringent things on immigration during COVID and for other reasons, people couldn't come.
Yep.
And Americans don't want it.
Yep.
So then the restaurants couldn't open, or they were open and they were short-staffed, and then the Americans who were trying to go eat are complaining, but it's the same Americans who complained about immigrants coming to the country.
Right.
So it's like, which one do you want?
It's a weird thing, and because everybody's fighting on social media about like small things, there's a
bigger picture,
big thing going on where like, yo, guys, we're trying to hold America up right now as much as you can. But if we keep doing certain things, it's a wrap. And I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about like Italy and the Renaissance and how it was back then. And you hear about Genghis Khan and all these empires that dominated Egypt. You're not guaranteed to last forever. I'm sure during Egypt in the intellectual age, they were like, oh, this is the epitome of life.
Yeah, we're good here.
We're good. This is, how could this go away?
Exactly.
So I think there's a little bit too much arrogance here, but with America, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. So once you take something away, or once you give something, you're going to have a hard time taking it away.
This has nothing to do with nothing. I just, for some reason, looked at our story, and I think you accidentally posted your Wi-Fi
deleted that
code. And I just thought it was funny.
No, keep it up there.
I think, did I post? I wasn't even on IG. I think Darren did it.
How? I don't even have that picture.
Jen?
You just said that picture doesn't work for either of us.
No, I never sent the picture. That's fine.
I don't know how it got there.
Very interesting train of thought.
Bro, it's like when you like turn down the volume on some of the noise of the stuff, because like there was another police killing.
Oh yeah,
but look at us. We didn't act differently, right? We didn't.
The ball kept rolling. The ball kept rolling. So we kept working.
And I'm not laughing because it doesn't matter, but like when you stop and understand America,
it doesn't matter.
hey, guess what? We can be mad. It's not gonna.
Doesn't change much.
So it's a game that's being played at a higher level.
And that's the thing that made me most upset about this, is that we always say that the government that affects us the most is the government that's closest to us locally. And then for us in the culture to have somebody locally who kind of looks like us, talk like us a little bit, whatever. I don't know her from nowhere, but I know she looks a lot more like me than Mitch McConnell does.
She's stupid.
And we ain't protecting that. Like, that just bothers me.
But here's the thing, Jen, and this is a reality, because I saw some folks who I know who didn't agree. What do those folks who are of the culture but really truly don't agree with her doing that? What do they do?
We do exactly what we're doing now. We talk about it. And
Yeah,
we,
so that's
and,
what-
and we have the discourse.
Yeah.
But what instead happens in America is that it's immediately, there's outrage and we're all mad. Just like the Puerto Rico conversation. There's immediate outrage
Yeah.
because you heard something or you saw something and you play something with it, and it's like, but you didn't get the backstory. I don't even know what beach she was at. You know, we could have took that moment and been like, yo, Rhode Island's going viral. Is she on one of our beaches? Is she at Scarborough?
Yeah.
Be like, you know, oh, this is a Rhode Island beach. And we could have
capitalized.
we could have done something more positive with that moment in the spotlight, and instead it turned into something so nasty. And I don't like how people are just so nasty to people just automatically. That's your default. Like, yo, let people have some grace, even if it is a mistake, even if she shouldn't have did it, even if it's detrimental to her political career. First of all, when I was looking her up, they showed the state senator salary. It's not nothing where you're out here like, oh, I need this. We know when we were in high school, Coach Palazzo was a gym teacher and a coach. The entire team were there. Like, not like just some like sitting on his behind doing nothing. Like, he was actively working with the students in the school before we got there, when we got there, after we got there. But he was a state senator the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? These people still have day jobs. So it's not like, oh, I'm getting rich off of this. This is just like, I'm doing this because I actually care about these policies, this thing going on in this area. Mm-hmm. So when we have people who actually care to give their time, we talk about it even today, how it's not easy to give your time to do something, even if you like it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So instead of being like, you know what, at least she did that. I know I can't do any of that. I'm going to say it a billion times. I can't do any of that. I can't be a state senator. I don't have the patience. I don't have the filter. Yeah. None of that. So, yeah, it's just stupid.
It just reminds me of a warning that I would get from my mother, and I'm sure other people did too, leaving the house as a young black person. Don't give them a reason to look at you a certain way. Don't give them a reason. Mm-hmm. And I know we want to be free, but we've seen it mad times. If we give them a reason, they're going to take it. And they got the internet, baby. So, like, I want us to just be able to do whatever. But if we give them a reason, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough. It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
It's not fair.
It's hard. Hopefully, I would love to get her on, though. Yeah. I'm sure she's going through it.
Yeah,
but
she
just seems frustrated. And if anything, I would say maybe if personally I wouldn't have responded to all those people.
Yeah.
I think I would have let them just talk to the
way. Don't feed the trolls.
Yeah, and that's what it is. We talk about all the time. Trolls will troll, and they do things just to get a reaction or a rise out of people. So if they get the reaction out of you, then it's like, oh, look, I'm going to say something else. And it's feeding that nastiness. So if I had any advice, I'd be like, I get your frustration. Trust me, I totally do, because I'm frustrated with you, but just...
Yeah, because those people aren't... If you say something rational, they don't care. So
because she did.
Yeah, they're not going to care. They're not going to care. So it's like the game again, right? If you know... Like, there's a lot of people who dealt with social media before, and they say now, years later, oh, I don't even listen. I don't even read it anymore. Mm-hmm. Like our elders would tell us certain things, and then we get to that age, and we realize, oh, damn, I should have listened. Yo, people who've been in the game, not responding is the better way to go about it. You know, so it's like we can't give them ammunition. We can't, because they're going to use it. Because, again, like you said, Democrats, who are supposed to be whatever, pardon my language, they pussy. They don't be going for like, no, you saw this guy in office do whatever he wants. Yo, what's up? People are dying, yo. People are broke. People
COVID
are having a hard time.
It was terrible. And it was just like, oh, it'll be going by Easter. And everybody just accepted that. Like, no, we should demand more. And that's what I'm saying. Like, she's a Democrat But she tried to like at least take a small stand, at least for herself, and it backfired. So then if there's a whole party of people, they're like, well, then why would we even put ourselves out there?
What as Democrats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
nobody's supporting me.
What do you mean?
Like what you're saying?
Like if we need to be more bold,
right.
I say we as I'm speaking as a
Bold
party.
politically, not on your head.
Right. But if
Yeah.
if you need to make more bold actions,
Yeah.
and be able to handle the repercussions, and somebody makes a bold action that's not even something that affects people, and
That's
and
the issue.
and that became the repercussion.
But that's the issue.
So then it causes fear. Like, okay, well, what if I try to make a bold action that actually affects these people?
Do you know how many Democrats are going to try to separate themselves from her?
Yeah.
Because
But none of the Republicans are trying to separate themselves from Trump.
Because why would they?
Exactly.
No, because it worked. Like he
And that's
got
what-
things done.
And that's
still.
what I'm saying. So it works for some people, but it doesn't from others.
Because they don't know how to use the system.
And that's what I'm saying. So so now what?
She didn't use the system right. I guess my point is, we're doing it wrong. When we do that, yes, okay, we're standing up for our culture, but our culture is a small percentage. Mm-hmm. And look what's that. We're still getting shot at. So like, okay, we twerk. And yes, we stand up for that. And then what? Honestly, that's why I get frustrated. It's like,
That's why I'm so annoyed.
But I, like, as a person who like for 200, I did not want to get like mad, sir. But like, I see all of this, like when Philando Castillo got killed. Do y'all remember that particular one?
That was when he was in the car.
And his daughter was in the back, and
Like,
that one crushed me.
I hated every part of it.
Crushed me.
Because I remember watching the video of his lady talking about it, and
Right.
I was just like, oh.
And I remember getting on. I probably said on the pod. I got on the phone with Shani, and I was saying some wild stuff. I'm usually chill. I was so angry, Darren. Mm-hmm. I was so angry. And you know what happened? Somebody else got killed. And somebody else got killed. And somebody else got killed. And somebody else got killed. I saw a list of the amount of people that got killed. It's disgusting. Actually, it was an episode of a show. I don't know. They had 3 pages or 3 columns of names, and I thought that was it. Then fade out another one, fade out another one. And I think there was one more. Some people unnamed. So the media wants me to be mad so I can watch CNN and learn more. But what changed? So like I'm not gonna do the same thing over and over again. I'm not gonna play the game so that they can make me look stupid or no, I understand this. I keep certain things with us. But like if we want to win at that game, I don't know, we gotta regroup.
And that's the other problem, is that we're always being left in a sense of anger. Like, it's like everything is just to make people outraged and everybody keeps falling for it. Like, that aggravates me. Like, stop falling for that.
Right.
Like, okay, so this went viral, and so now you're mad about it.
Because it was fun initially, right?
Right.
But then when somebody else gets mad.
Somebody got mad, now all of a sudden everybody's mad.
Because somebody who loved it is now mad because they want to defend. And then from there, it is over. They won.
Right. But 2 days prior to that, you didn't even know this girl's name, but now you hate her. And you think she shouldn't be reelected, but you have no idea what she did to get there, how long she's been the incumbent. You have no idea about her, but you just know you don't want her to win again.
So are we playing the game right or not?
I don't know.
We're not. We're not. And that, like, it's an interesting thing, and it's a tug of war that is going to continue to go on. But we know it feels right in our spirit. But this country doesn't focus on people. It's focused on business. And when you focus on business, the people obviously is secondary. So when you talk about these things, what's the numbers talking about?
Right.
Oh, you ain't moving the needle over here. We don't care.
It's funny because we talk about all the time, Darren and I, about this whole abortion thing, and we're just like, but who benefits from these stringent laws? And there's got to be somebody or some entity that's making money off of something, where if you don't ban abortion, that something is going to go away. And we can't put our finger on what that something is.
Human life. Human life is money. If a baby, I hope this isn't for anybody, if a baby is killed off, that's one less person that has to pay Sally Mae.
That's one less social security number.
That's one less taxpayer. That's the money right there. Your currency. Right? You paid your taxes this year.
I
last
did
year.
see something about how as soon as you're born, you get a social security number, whether you like it or not, and then you can't do anything. But if you just lived your life without that number, you couldn't, then you are your own. But how do you make money that way? You have to be willing to live off the land and just kind of.
You have to be part of the machine. Like I was saying before, America is a machine. If you're not part of this with your social and all that stuff, you're not benefiting to the machine because you're not adding back to it. Mm-hmm. You're no good to us. It's a business, baby. We know you got rights. We know you want to do this, but hey, we got to keep this thing rolling. And when people realize that you move different, I'm telling you, you move differently, yo. And it's hard. It's hard. It's crazy. It's not fair. It doesn't feel right. But it's not a life. They don't care about life here. Mm. Well, there's a bad joke that I just stopped myself.
I'm glad. Well,
good job, baby.
Thank you.
I would just hope that at least people who understand some of the plight of what she's going through, who have experienced it themselves, would at least have a little bit of grace for her. I understand the masses won't, but at least the people who look like us, who fight for women's rights and this and that, at least those people, I would hope would at least be like, even if they don't agree with it, I don't agree with that, but I'm not gonna come at her all crazy for it.
Yeah, let us be the village still, even for her, right? It doesn't matter. Yo, that's just a job. She's a person, and
it's a part-time job. When you see the salary on Google, it's a part-time job. Yeah.
So, if you love her, if you're part of the culture, wrap your arms around her. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta uplift her, because even though it's a game and all that stuff, I value life over. Darren, you okay? You dozing? I value life over the dollar, so I'm always gonna put people first. The thing that I hate, that I understand, is they don't do that in this country. You know, and it sucks. Darren, take us higher.
Take us higher. I got two things. They're not really funny though. It could be funny. Actually, no. Let's get into some mess because I want to start a little bit of trouble. Earlier in the week, Macy Gray received some.
Oh boy, damn! Oh shoot!
Oh god!
I've been very quiet up until now.
Oh,
yeah. You lead.
And actually, I'll get the screenshot up where Macy Gray.
Darren gonna be Darren.
I'm gonna be me. I feel like it could be. Singer Macy Gray accused of transphobia after saying surgery, quote unquote, doesn't make you a woman. Now, I'm guessing she's referring to transgender women that have, man transitions to a woman. She doesn't believe that they are women, and she's receiving a lot of backlash for that. So I very scarcely and very scarily looked at this and said,
This is the Backlash episode, huh?
Yes, this is. Tell me, I'm ready to go home. I'm ready not to do this no more. So I said, okay, I can understand how she says that. I can get with that. And I had to really think. And I said, I agree with this. I'm going to just put it out there. This is my thought. This is not the thought of the podcast. If this offends you, it is what it is. And I'm not saying that I don't like transgender women or people who make that choice for their lives. Cool. That's what you want to do. Cool. But I think the fact is, if you are a transgender woman, by definition, you're still not a woman. You're like a woman, but you're not a woman.
Jen?
Do you agree, Jen?
Can I go last?
Okay.
All right. I felt I was talking so much. I didn't want to talk.
No. You guys were having a great conversation.
Because, my brain, Darren, because I've thought about this since the inception of me hearing that. Yeah. So, you know what I think the problem is in America? It's a language problem. So
I can go with that.
What is this?
A bottle.
And what's in it?
Water.
Do we all agree that this is a bottle of water?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you?
Somebody would say it's a jug.
If somebody comes in and says, no, I feel like this is a jug.
Oh, no, a jug's bigger.
You say that, but then they're like, well, I have back in my...
When I grew up, jugs
I
were
had
this
a jug
size.
that was this size. Yeah. So then a second person comes in and says, well, yeah, actually, I know a few people that call it a jug. I mean, if they call it a jug, it's fine. They know what it is. Yeah. Just accept that it's a jug.
Yeah.
So what's happening in America and why it's a language issue? What folks are saying is, and you guys have heard it, being a man, woman, boy, girl is a social construct, right? Meaning society is saying the characteristics of a girl is this, a boy is this, a man is this, or whatever. And because it's a social construct, it's not just that, because people feel that they don't fit into that box, right? What others are debating is male and female, not so much man and woman.
Okay.
Right? So that person, and I could be completely wrong, socially, they're a woman. They're going to wear a dress.
Yes.
Like a woman would socially. Makeup, heels, da-da-da. But scientifically, they are a male.
Yes.
But they are a woman.
Yes.
Until science comes up with a different, something. But physically, biologically, male. Socially, woman.
But
but society, this is where it's a language issue, has to accept that that's interchangeable on a social concept and not tied to male is man, woman is female. That's where it's a language issue, if that makes any sense.
But I mean, in my head, I'm not thinking society has to. It's like saying that society has to accept that the sky is blue. Like it's blue because it's blue.
Well, so that makes them a male and not a man then. Language.
Because sometimes at sunset the sky is purple.
Oh, you're right.
See? But everybody has to accept, right? So we all know this is a water bottle because in the store when you go online and you look up a bottle of water, this comes up. Everybody agrees in society that this is a bottle of water. Everybody in society doesn't agree with the social construct male-female thing.
Yeah.
And because it was to a lot of people just okay, accept it. I didn't even get to where y'all are telling me this ain't a bottle no more, it's a jug. It's hard, yo, because I'm an 80-year-old man, and my son, my daughter, my grandchild, it's this, and you're telling me now I have to adopt this thought.
That it's not this.
And that's where we're having an issue because we all didn't agree.
It's pretty good. He's pretty good.
He's really good.
I think about when you guys say like, "Where's the time?" When I'm watching TV, I start drifting and thinking about all this stuff.
I mean, it's a good point, and I guess I was so I asked a couple of people what they thought, and I was almost scared to ask them, and they were like, "No, I agree with that statement."
Yeah.
And I was trying to like compare it to the person that's like, "No, that's false. Transgender women are women too." I try to find a comparison, try to find something that's going to make you understand why I don't think it is.
Yeah. So somebody who's fair-skinned, who's Caucasian, but then they get a tan, are they now black?
No.
It's
something like that. Right?
You know what I mean? But it's like, at the end of the day, if we didn't give races a name...
They would technically be black.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a language issue. And because everybody's yelling, nobody's really listening to words. I think if everybody really understood the social part of it, and because social, right? Because again, America is an idea, and it's not tangible to people. When you're born, okay, you have a penis or a vagina, making you a male or a female. When you go into the world, now you're a little girl, you wear pink, you get da-da. Like it's a social construction that people don't agree with. Okay, yes, I was born with this, but I'm not that. And a lot of people, like, it's tough to understand because the other two are tied to each other. And everybody, it's not going to make sense to a lot of people because it's like something that's that important. That's when I think a president or someone talks to the country and says, hey, this is what's going on.
Slow down.
And this is the really the main person or the main people, so that everybody can get on the same page. But if a group says, "Hey, yo, nah, it's this," and those group have people in places of power, and they're gonna get,
and they have the numbers,
they're gonna get it,
people behind
and
them.
y'all got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, wait, I don't get it. And it's not wrong to say, and I hope I'm not offending anyone. You won't get the S word out of me, but hear what I'm saying. I'm not saying I feel this way, but a lot of people don't get it. Like our culture, twerking this, a lot of people don't get it. Dreads, a lot of people don't get it. So when they don't get it, it's like,
What do I do?
What do I do?
How do I accept this? I don't.
And the problem is when they shun people or try to get people out of certain things, which is where you're going to kill somebody because of how they feel or what they think. What are we doing, man? But we're not talking enough. It's like mad yelling. A lot of yelling.
It's like when I was younger, my parents took me to Ghana, and I think I might have subconsciously kind of knew some of the language. So when I went there, then I really learned the language, whatever. Cool. So when there's a white person, like, you know how other languages always have a word for like white person, like Spanish is like gringo, whatever.
Oyinbo.
So in Tree is brony or brony, right? So even though I'm black, dark, I was American, and they called me that. And I think about that every now and then because it's like, it made sense to me. Like it didn't feel like, no, it's not right. But I understood what they were saying, and I understood that figuratively, or not figuratively, technically, that's white person. And I'm clearly not a white person, but I am a Westerner.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I do talk like a person from America. And white people are in the Western world. So therefore, by your definition, the way I walk, the way I eat, the this and that, the music I listen to, yeah, that makes sense.
So you developed the understanding of why they called you that.
And at such a young age.
Instead of getting mad that they called you that.
Because I didn't take it as, oh, they're calling me white. I took it as they're calling me Westerner. Which, so like you're saying, it is a language thing.
It's a language thing. Because some people would be pissed off if they were called you that.
Yeah.
But Jen understood, I get it.
I get it.
I am different.
It's like the Atlanta
Yes.
episode with the blackface.
Yeah.
They told the story where somebody fell in the chimney and the kids painted their face black to mimic the part.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, okay.
When you get some context, it's fine.
Yeah.
Guys, you're like, come on, man.
There's a little bit of context.
Yes. Oof.
But if I didn't understand the language at all, and somebody just told me that and told me, well, that word means white person,
Right.
then it would have been like, oh,
Very confusing. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that helps at all.
No, I mean, it does.
It's very confusing still, though.
It is, and I
And what do we do?
Love each other.
yeah.
And
But
that's the
even when
problem.
you
People
love
aren't loving each other.
But even when
I
you
guess-
love people, they take it as offense, and then
Yeah.
you gotta say sorry.
Well, because they take it as you're telling me that I'm not something that I feel that I am.
Or so many other people aren't loving them that it's reactionary
Yeah, it's
because
like
of
no,
everything they've been
like
dealing with.
it's fine, but also, yeah.
Because I don't mean to harp on the Puerto Rico thing, but that was
Oh,
just,
no, but it's, yeah.
But it was such a
What is
a
it?
great learning moment.
The
Yeah.
what?
The Puerto Rico
Oh
conversation.
yeah.
It was such a great
Yes.
learning moment because
Yeah.
when she said that and how she offended, and Darren's response was, "My wife is Puerto Rican," right?
Yeah, like
And then in my head I'm like, well, is that equivalent to when somebody says, "Oh, that white person's racist," and they go, "Well, my husband's black," right? Like, is it equivalent?
yeah,
Is that
well,
okay?
I get it. And then for me, it was just like no, like
And
if
then,
I
like, I'm not mocking.
Yeah.
I'm part of it. I embrace
Yes.
Puerto Rican culture. I live in it. It's my house, and this is what I experience. Versus mocking, it's two different things. But then when we get to the white black thing, we're like,
Yeah.
nah, sis, you can't say that.
yeah.
Right. And this is where the language thing again, right? Because mock. And it wasn't until she used the word mock that got me.
Yeah.
Definition of mock. Tease or laugh at in a scornful or contemptuous manner. Was that anything that we did?
No.
So when you use the word mock, I know what it means. That wasn't that, so you're not getting the apology.
Yeah, we weren't like Puerto Rican.
It's a language
Puerto
issue.
Rican.
So if you tell me you don't like the imitation, I'm gonna joke like I said. I'll do a better one, but it's not in a way in a contemptuous or any hateful way. It's playful. It's jovial. Imitation. That's why different words exist.
What they say is the saying, imitation is
It's
flattery.
the greatest form of flattery.
Yeah.
Because I grew up Broad Street. I played
Grew up
Washington
around-
Park.
Yeah, we grew up around that.
Jillian's uncle was my baseball coach when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like this, I've been around that. So when I say it's out of love, because we grew up, we the same people. Yeah, I expect y'all to do the same thing with me because
Yes, give it
I
back.
got called the African booty scratcher.
Dude.
Yo.
How many times? Oh, you're Haitian. Oh, you do that voodoo shit. Like,
Bro.
yeah, I get it.
We
It's-
get it.
You know what the funny thing is? Earlier in the week, because we were on vacation, went to Puerto Rico, and my experience with most Puerto Ricans was when I worked on Branch Ave, and that's the closest store we had to Woonsocket. So a lot of Puerto Ricans live in Woonsocket, Rhode Island, if you didn't know that. And so when we get to Puerto Rico, we go to check into the hotel. The guy checking in, he's looking at our IDs. He's like, oh, where'd you fly into before you got here? We're like, oh, Baltimore. He's like, okay, cool. And I'm just like, wondering where that came from. Yeah. And turns out he has family in Woonsocket.
Wow.
And he has family, his grandmother lives in Mass, but I think his sister or whatever lives in Woonsocket. So therefore he's been to Woonsocket, he's been to Mass, and he comes down to Rhode Island when he comes to the mainland to visit from Puerto Rico. Visits and goes back home. No. Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything is so intertwined and connected, because he said that to us because he looked at the Rhode Island on our license, on our whatever you call it, license. And to us, we're like, Rhode Island's such a small state. Who's thinking about it? Somebody else might be thinking Puerto Rico is a small territory. Who's thinking about it? Right. And here we are, the three of us having this conversation. Like, what the heck?
Look, you said it. We're all connected. One way or another, we're all connected.
And that's why me and Bim are related on 23andMe.
All this stuff that we do when we talk about, or even bring up certain groups, it's out of love, because we've had experience, or we're curious. Man,
like Darren talking about the drag.
Even it was just he was curious. He was surprised.
Just curiosity. Like, this is new to me. My mind is open. But somebody could listen to that and be like, why is he doing that?
Like, I mean, and even Darren sharing his experience, probably somebody else heard it and was like, oh, they don't sound that bad, actually. Yeah. That's something I probably would enjoy. Yeah. But unless Darren goes, which if he wasn't riding with that kind of, like, he wouldn't go. Yeah. Experience it, share it on the podcast in a way that is digestible and not offensive. But that's his real experience. It was different. It was shocking. I didn't understand this. Where does that thing go? Oh, boy. Like, it's... But it's real. And when we talk about real things, it normalizes it to another population. Yeah. But when you mask it and, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just not going to say anything. It don't help.
And I think that's what upset me about the whole headstand thing. Like, if we don't normalize people being normal, which is a crazy thing to have to say, then we're always going to be a shell of ourselves. Like you said, code switching. I don't want to have to code switch everywhere I go.
Yeah, but you know where we are.
I know, and that's the part that's frustrating.
According to, so what's your utopia look like? Tell me. And I do this to myself because I agree with y'all. But what does your utopia look like for America? Everybody gets along, right?
No. So it's like, I guess so. To circle back to the Tiara Mack conversation, for anybody who's not keeping up. So I heard a quick interview she did where she, I think, made a really good point. And for those people who are saying that she shouldn't be behaving like that, she shouldn't be doing things like that, it's not professional or Senate-like. And it's like, no, you're upset because I'm not acting like those other politicians that they support. And of course, I'm not going to look like that. I'm not going to act like that because that's not how I am. So for you to try to make me fit in that mode isn't fair. It isn't realistic.
So is it fair for them to have to digest something that visually they just don't like?
But how far do we let this visual I don't like it thing go?
Because people were mad Obama had a tan suit on?
Exactly.
But it's a thing. He never wore a tan suit again.
Well, I mean, he didn't because probably the ops and specs about it. But
yeah, it's a suit.
But really, what... We're getting that outraged over a color of a suit that a black man wears, a president wears.
Watch any political debate.
But why?
Watch any political debate with white people.
They have specific things.
And look at the ties that they wear.
Yeah, it's red and blue.
Yeah. So if it's that particular to a color, you think twerking or wearing a tan to some people, to us, is nothing. To those people, this is craziness. Yeah, but it's their game.
I almost want to say it almost proves on how robotic they are. That
it's a system.
But I don't know. You tell me that I'm a robot that's participating actively in the system. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna that's fine. Beep, beep, beep. Like, you can predict how I'm gonna react based on a person's tie. Yeah. Like, yes. I don't want that. Like, for
that's
myself.
Display. That's what I'm saying. When you realize the movie The Matrix, after this conversation, go watch it again.
Yeah. No, you're right. We're a computer system.
And yes, we're individuals. We're doing a podcast. We don't care. We're standing up and nobody cares. If somebody somewhere doesn't want this to happen, they will know how to shut it down. The game is played at a level we don't even understand.
And it's funny because I think that's part of the reason why I'm okay with the fact that we don't get a bunch of likes or a bunch of views. Because I'm like, at the moment we get a bunch of views, we're going to get a bunch of trouble.
Yeah. Because speaking freely, even at comedy, a form that has been around for decades, hundreds of years, is being attacked.
Yeah.
More so now than ever.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So even places like comedy that we love, that same scrutiny that Tiara Mack faced is placed there. Yeah. So what do you do with those people? Yeah. They're not good, but these people are.
Once again, Dave Chappelle got attacked on stage.
But how do you separate the outrage, right? We hate that people are attacking comedy, but there are people that hate that a politician twerked, which is right.
Right.
And this is the problem. See, Darren? Stalemate. And I don't even finish the game in my head. I just stop.
Just walk away.
Take care of your own stuff, but understand the game, yo, at the highest level. Because that's why the Philando Castillo, as I was mentioning earlier, I don't get that mad anymore. Because when I got that mad and was saying crazy stuff, it did nothing for me. It got me nowhere.
And that's why we take moments where we're like, you know what, just not going to watch the news for 30 days. What is it? We don't miss anything that... Yeah. We still go to the grocery store. We still buy food. We still come home, make dinner. We still go to work. Still get paid. Still get health insurance that does whatever it wants to do. And then that's it. Yeah.
We got to keep doing things like attending the Culture Fest, Juneteenth. Vic Bam came through. Things like that support others. People that interact with people on a real level, not social media, just screaming at something and going back to what you were doing afterwards. Like, just get involved and have moments where you impact people's lives directly, one-on-one. And then from there, that could ripple into something crazy. But worrying about what somebody did over there, man, come on, man.
Not helpful.
Come on, man. They doing what they supposed to do by design.
I get it.
Come on, man.
I guess.
Yo, school shootings, mass shootings. There was one on the 4th, a mass shooting again.
Yeah.
People are scared to come to America, and it sounds crazy to us because we're like, what's the problem?
Listen,
but all they see is shootings.
I've been trying to get this girl to come back to America for years.
Stay. I hear you, love. Stay.
Yeah, and when she explained why she doesn't, I'm like, you're right.
Don't bother.
It's not worth it.
There's mass stress over here, yo.
Yeah.
Again, you let that toothpaste out. Second Amendment. It ain't going nowhere. Keep marching if you want. It ain't going nowhere. And it's sad to say, but this is where you live, yo. This mad country is not even an issue. It's here only. You see the stats. It's only here.
Yeah, people be like, "Oh man, your mom looks mad young. What's her secret?" She left.
Super facts. There's people your mom's age here struggling working still because they're 401k and all that stuff. Yeah. Come on, man. This place is crazy. Yeah. I love it though. It's home. I'm gonna make it do what it do when I'm here, but I'm not gonna stress all that other stuff, yo. Nah, I can't, yo. That's my heart. I can't because I care a lot. I cry watching MasterChef. What was it? Somebody that looked like me getting shot. You want me to watch that? Are you crazy?
I can't watch those videos. Speaking of, Big Brother started back up.
Is it good?
It's only the first episode, but it's gonna be good.
Big Brother's little brother too.
Big Brother and Big Brother's little brother. So that.
I was like, oh,
so there's another show called The Challenge. I don't know how many seasons it's been. I didn't do any research on it, but I guess it's been more of an international thing with reality TV stars from Paramount and stuff. And so now they're doing it a USA version, and so they have people who are on Big Brother, Survivor, Love Island, Amazing Race, all on this one thing. And it's kind of like a real world road rules challenge.
I'm glad you said that because I had a question for you.
Yeah, it's kind of like that where they do the it's more athletic, challenge based, and then I guess they have 4 out of the 6 members of the cookout that I mentioned from last year.
Oh, they're on that.
Yeah. So and I just felt like CBS needed another reason to have that cookout back on TV.
So here's my question: what was I watching? I was watching Hot Ones with Queen Latifah, and she had mentioned when she was on Rock and Jock Baseball.
Wow!
Oh
wow!
Come on now!
Wow, man!
My face lit up with so much joy. Thank you.
It's funny because I watched the Tracy Ellis Ross one, and she said she was on Lyricist Lounge.
Oh, another great show.
That was her first thing she ever did.
Oh, man, that went away so quickly.
So when you talk about reality shows, right, and you mentioned Real World Road Rules Challenge.
That's hard to say, right?
Yeah. It was around that same time with the Rock and Jock almost, right? It was Real World first and separate, then they came together.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the hell out of reality then.
Yeah.
Maybe because of limited TV. There weren't a lot of channels and stuff. But I want to watch something fun.
Yeah.
Real World, fun. Road Rules, fun as hell. When they would have the Rock and Jock, amazing. You're a reality person. Give me fun stuff.
And that's what Big Brother is because
Is it
like
though? They're in the house.
They're in a house, but they have to win competitions to stay in the house. Like
and it's good enough drama. I remember the cookout stuff was.
But I also think it's a different fun that what he's talking about.
It is a different fun because the competitions are not always purely okay. The most athletic people win or whatever. They're all different types of skills. So sometimes it's a memory challenge. Sometimes it's an endurance challenge. Sometimes it's a building challenge, whatever, which gives people different amounts of probability of being able to win. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a math challenge. I got you guys smoked. There's going to be, I don't know what Bim does.
I don't know.
Camera.
Pleasing your wife challenge.
Wow. Nice.
Winner.
Nice. He gets points. He gives himself points every time. There's going to be a romantic challenge, and Bim's going to
roast pedals, my friend. What are you talking about?
blow us out of the water. There's going to be a great hair challenge, and Darren's going to be like, bye, dummy. You know what I mean? And we all have a chance of winning, whereas something more like the road rules.
Got it.
Like 80% of it was physical.
Bim's going to smoke the hell out of us, Darren. Let's just be honest.
No, you're right.
So it's fun.
Wouldn't even be mad.
Oh, damn. Look, he's so fast.
I used to love them shows, man.
Yeah.
So my goodness.
So the challenge is that. And I love Amazing Race. I haven't watched it in years, but that's a good show if you haven't seen it.
Did you watch the season when Amy was on?
I did not. I wanted to.
Oh, man.
Did that just kick off near in work?
Did it?
One of them did. One of those shows kicked off at the old Rocky Point. And that weekend, there was so many like vintage cars that was riding up and down our street.
Fire.
Yeah, because
I know they said they were doing a vintage car show, but I don't know if that's what that was.
Yeah, I feel like it kicked off in Warwick.
Because if it could have been Amazing Race. So do you know the premise of Amazing Race?
You start somewhere and then you clues that lead you to something?
It's a race around the world, like the actual world.
Yeah.
So they'll start. So they I watch it and I go, I'm tired. So they might start in Warwick. And then they got to follow these clues, and then they might end up at the airport. And then, okay, now we got to get flights. But how do you get flights? And then that's part of the challenge. And they got to know where to fly to, and they got to do it at the right time. So they got to check the flight. It probably was harder back when there was the internet in everyone's hands.
Oh, my God.
You had to get the flights that would get you to India fastest, right? Because there's no pausing the game. And whoever gets to India first gets a head start, gets the first taxi. If you get a layover in Chicago that's out of the way, now you're done. Now you get a taxi, you get to a hotel quicker, and it goes around the world. So the fact that she won that, her and her husband, super kudos to her.
Yeah, I don't know if we mentioned it before, but we have a high school, what's that called? Classmate, Amy Diaz, who her and her husband were on Amazing Race. Not only were they on it, they won the damn thing. What are the odds of that?
$1 million.
Crazy.
So
Shout out to Amy.
It's a crazy show.
Also, former Miss Rhode Island?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think Team Rhode Island and Rhode Island, USA.
What kind of TV script life? I won Miss Team Rhode Island and went on to win Amazing Race with my husband. Here are our 2.5 kids.
Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but I think she's Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wow, look at that. End it. That was great. Oh, look at you. Wait, we gotta get that right. If she's not Puerto Rican,
I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure she is.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, so I mean,
she's a mommy.
Oh boy, yeah. But I would love to have Race. What's her name?
Reza?
Miss Rhodey. Reza.
Yeah. Nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun. A fun conversation.
She's definitely agreed to have come on.
This Prosecco's doing bad things to me.
Yeah.
Keep talking, because I say something else.
Hey Bim. Real quick. In a relationship, who benefits more, man, woman?
I hate blanket statements like this.
Or mutual.
It's never mutual. Exactly 50-50. That's never the case.
Okay.
But it depends on the relationship, Darren.
General relationship. Come on.
Are we talking America, different countries? America.
Okay, so I came across
women.
Oh,
just an opinion.
I think it's very.
If you average it out, it probably leans on the woman.
So I'm gonna front. I was on a train. I came across this podcast, and that was one of the questions that they asked, and I heard it, and it was two women onto one man. Mm-hmm. One man, and so they asked a question, and they were like, men definitely benefit more, like with such Like, how could they not?
Why do we die first then?
And so they went on to say that statistically, thank you.
Yep.
Speaking, men live longer in a relationship, and when they're married,
When did
they
that
have
change?
less depression. Again, this is what they said: have less depression. They
Can't count depression if it's not reported.
because
We ain't saying we don't talk. Like, we gonna report depression if we ain't talking to nobody, dummy. How you doing, babe? I'm fine. I'm dying inside. What are you talking about depression? Where you gonna register? I ain't telling nobody but God and my mom. What are you talking about? Depression. What are they talking about, Darren?
ouch, Jen. He's
I don't even
hurting
like
me.
what I
Nobody
just
told you
walked
to
into.
He's
leave.
hurting. I didn't think this was gonna go this way. So I came across this podcast for Jen that the two women, one man, and they asked in a relationship who benefits more, a man, a woman, or is it mutual? And the two women, I was a bit bothered. Damn, you really finished that there, huh?
Him is a champion. I
Catch
told
up,
you
ho.
he would smoke us in those challenges.
You know
bro.
how many times me and Shani went to the club, and just the two of us, and got bottles?
So you have training.
Duh.
Anyways,
What are you, dumb?
so,
I love saying that to people. What are you, dumb?
What are you, dumb?
Stupid?
so the two women were like almost taken aback that the answer wouldn't be men. So they were like, of course it's
What?
men. Yeah. They said, of course a man benefits more in a marriage. He lives longer.
What?
He suffers from less depression.
Is that right?
He has somebody to take care
That's
of
why I
him all the
interrupted
time.
Darren and said, how you going to know
Hey,
if I-
listen.
when we don't report our depression? We
Listen.
don't talk. So how you know?
Listen, this is what they were saying. So I immediately got like, I was bothered that they would even insinuate, right?
Put my bottle down.
How dare you think I'm happy?
Do I look happy to you? This is the face of joy to you? All this?
Oh my God.
I'm just trying not to get slapped with something.
Oh, man.
boy.
And so, so
What woman came up with that study?
I don't know.
It wasn't a guy.
I didn't look
promise.
into it that far.
I promise you it was not a guy.
Oh, it was this whole study?
This was-
Allegedly.
yeah, I came across the podcast and they were talking about it.
Yeah, I just thought people on
And-
the podcast were just talking like we be talking.
No, and then they put out figures, and that's when I stopped listening. And then,
With the important part, that's why I tuned
yeah.
out.
Well, no. It was a snippet, so I can't say stop listening. But I was just like, not to say that I agree that men benefit more. I almost feel like it's a mutual benefit. It works out to be a mutual, especially if you're like in a good relationship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like obviously, there's like speaking for myself, my wife has strengths that I do not have, and I have strengths that she doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
And if we work together as a team, then yeah, we're both probably gonna live longer and yada yada yada. But I was like, how could you even toss it up? Like, of course, women.
Yeah, you
men
can't
live
generalize
longer.
something like that because in some relationships, one person is more shitty than the other.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily one gender or the other. There's some relationships where it's two of the same gender. And one person's more shitty than the other.
So, this is a conversation you weren't around for. I don't know where me and Darren were at. Here's the thing. I shouldn't say this.
Ooh.
Actually, let me preface. Domestic violence is terrible.
Oh boy.
Nobody
But I
should
always
put
say I
it-
couldn't be with a woman.
Ha!
'Cause
Let's
we
go.
fighting.
Let's go.
We
Ha!
fighting. Oh, you kidding me?
Ha! Oh, you said what?
You said, what did you say?
We spoke about this.
And I'm sure that's not how it happens
But-
because it's civil.
Did we speak about this on Gay for Pay?
Possibly.
I
Oh
stopped
no, it
listening.
was when your neighbor was talking about somebody's tooth got knocked out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn, I forgot about that one.
That was a fun
That
episode.
was a good
too.
one. Dang, we be having fun, bro.
So what were we talking about?
You can't be with somebody the same
Domestic
sex.
violence.
I don't count them in the percentage because it's different. If I'm married to a guy, it's funny. Jen, you're not an ally.
No, I'm
When-
ahead of you. I'm like, yo, man.
Yeah,
Bim and his boyfriend get into a fight,
exactly.
and Bim's boyfriend beats the brakes off
Exactly.
of Bim's
And I come to the
boy.
pile like, he got that, but next time, it's almost, again, guys, domestic violence is bad.
Like,
not
imagine if,
funny.
like, Omarion and Mario in a relationship.
We're even. My strength match your strength. We can do this.
We can do this.
We can do this.
Because
So-
Mario,
Nah,
I don't count them in the percentage. I'm going to assume it's hetero because there isn't the option of just slap boxing with your opponent to settle the argument for the night. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Imagine your spouse being your ops. Yo.
I would, if we could slap box to settle an argument, I'm going to, Estrada Jim, what's up, yo? Get my hands right. I got to win this argument.
Shout out to Four Brothers Podcast.
My guys.
No. I'm not being with somebody who I
Fight.
can spar with happily.
Why not?
Because I'm not losing.
You're equal. Yeah, that's
No,
what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
want to equal. I'm me stronger.
Oh, yeah, me stronger.
Me stronger. Me man. You not like. I'm not.
Said nah.
Listen.
Yo, Darren get his ass beat.
Yo, man.
He said, I'm not losing,
I'm
fam.
not losing to you. I don't want to live in that type of fear. And I know it sounds.
my God.
Again, domestic abuse is not.
Darren's like, I'm not losing,
Yo,
baby.
I don't want to go to bed mad.
And I don't want to go to bed beat up.
And wonder if you just gonna come in and sock me in the face, and I just gotta go, yo, stop, chill, man, like, chill.
That maybe men do benefit, yo.
We should stop.
I'm wilding?
No?
No, but yo, I don't like when people arbitrate. Were they having a serious conversation or a
Yeah.
fun conversation? Oh.
I'll try to
There's
look
no
up.
real data. Come on.
They didn't ask us.
Have you guys taken a survey
No.
recently about your
I say
relationship?
that all the time when I see surveys on TV. I'm like, but they didn't ask me though.
Exactly. My opinion don't count. Grain of salt with all this rubbish, but it's good content. It's good content.
It's funny. I had just said to Don today how my life is better being with him. I was like, you can't get rid of me because you make me better. And he was like, that's not necessarily true. I'm like, no, it is. Life was it was cool without you. I was but now I'm like way more than
Come on now.
Hey, wait.
And so,
Did he rebuttal with, like, you make me better too?
no.
Why would he do that?
No, stupid. And this is why.
Darren, you know better because you wouldn't say that to the wife neither.
No, that's why I'm like, why were these people so confident to say that?
Exactly.
I can't be confident because I thought they were going to
God.
say the opposite. Because in my head, I'm like, yeah, the woman definitely benefits. If she got a good man, yeah. Because you don't got to do none of that physical shit that you don't want to do. I ain't cut grass since I been there, bro.
Jen, I sweat every day. I'm sweating. My God said it would be an easy life.
When
I'm
I was
sweating.
living alone, man, I had to shovel my own snow. I had to I had to hire somebody to get my grass cut. I don't do none of that, cuz. What you talking about? And now I'm not saying men don't benefit from being with women. Of course
we
not.
do.
Certainly do. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
If I
there's-
could trade something.
There's no way for us to measure.
If I could exchange a few things.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
I don't want to embarrass myself.
Anyways, thank you for joining us.
Yo, this is episode 200, man. I love my crew. I finished my bottle. They didn't.
Nah, man.
But they
But you still
responsible.
won't see us.
You got like more than half, yo. Jen.
so do I.
Damn.
Yeah,
I have a problem.
So keep your eye out open. We're working on something for a 200 celebration, even though it's gonna be after. It's very on brand for us to be late.
yeah.
But we have something in mind.
Yeah. Men
And
live
we've
longer, right?
started the motion on it. So
Men live longer.
oh, and also, and
I got
also,
proof to the people.
Also, last week that was very good proof, right on the tongue. Next week, I said last week. Next week, for reasons we won't mention, there won't be an episode 201 yet. So.
Nah, here's the reason. I'm out, yo. I'm going to Mexico, man.
And Darren's
Turn
out
up.
too.
My bro's turning 40, man. I may not come back.
And Darren's out too. Where you going?
We're going on a cruise to Bermuda.
Oh, and Darren's birthday, we didn't bring no gifts.
Oh, shoot. I'm going
wow.
to his house. Oh, we going to see him.
We're gonna see him
Yeah,
Saturday.
we going to see him.
Oh, I forgot about my birthday.
Darren's turning 39, guys.
Sam Lem.
Seven
Darren, you going to twerk on the beach? Y'all should just twerk the whole time.
Yo, I'm gonna have a video of Darren like right side up, but I'm gonna turn it upside down and make it look like it's twerking.
That's the only way I'm gonna be able to do that.
Yo, how does dread stay in place?
They look like they're going up.
Hey. I'm still working on that Drake album. Some songs I like, some songs I just can't.
They trying to force Sticky on us. It goes, but everything else, you better stop.
I think that's the one I like. That and the 21 Savage one.
Yeah.
There was another one where it started as a bunch of beeps, and then the beat jumped
Oh,
in.
yeah.
And I'm like, I can't catch the
Yeah.
beat. Why would you start a song like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
That's the I'm not a fan of it.
But listening to title music, the playlist, there's a bunch of, I shouldn't say a bunch, there's quite a few tracks that have come out featuring Drake that sound pretty good.
From like folks overseas or stuff?
No,
Or-
like Future has a song with him and Thames.
Okay.
There's the song with Jack Harlow.
Okay.
There was a couple other ones where they have popped up in the playlist. I'm like, oh, this is what we was looking for.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that.
He didn't have to do
He
that.
didn't need that. And Chris Brown's album is incredible.
Yeah, it's good.
And shout out to Spark Up. Shout out to Christina Sev for joining the BRU family. And she's on, I believe, Tuesdays at 1 p.m.
Indeed.
And she's doing the pod alone on the radio.
That's crazy.
That is intense.
Yo, Christina, if you listen, I'm just gonna pull up one random Tuesday for real. I'm just gonna come up to Fire Escape, so be ready. Now for real?
Let me know.
Yeah, we pulling up. We support. We're gonna come with some cake. I hope you're not lactose or something. We pulling up. This is
Bring
a
the pills.
celebration.
Bring the pills. Yeah.
Right, got the pills.
Yeah.
These is lactate pills, not Bill Cosby pills.
No. We would never do that to you, Christina.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was potting alone, and that was pretty impressive. We talk all the time about would I pot alone? No. Even though I know I could ramble, but I can't have people just
We
in my
need
thoughts
one
like
episode with her doing it.
that. I mean,
What you're gonna do here is set up everything. Be like, yeah, we'll be right.
Oh, you thought she was gonna leave to do it by herself? No. She's gonna be home and she's gonna talk for a certain
I could
amount
do
of time.
that.
I challenge you
if
to
you set
talk
it up.
for a
Not
good
in front of
hour.
a camera though.
No. Maybe camera, no.
I say you set up and record for an hour. See what happens.
Okay, but I'm sure it won't be anything as good as Christina. She was prepared. She was polished. You could tell she had researched and looked into some things.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do any of that because I'm old. I'm just going to talk, and because that's what old people do. We just ramble.
That is a thing.
Yeah, because I'm an auntie now. Full stop.
No, but that is true though, because Christina be bodying it. A lot of times she posts stuff on social media, and she has an opinion that a lot of people need to hear. I feel like she has a pulse on culture in a particular way that is forgotten. Like she is I'm going to read the inside cover of a CD.
Oh yeah, she
Right?
spoke about
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Like she actually cares. Mm-hmm. And I think that's very important for her to have that kind of platform because she cares. There's people who are doing it for the look, people who are doing it just to try something, and people who care. Franchise cares. I know she cares. So yeah, no, that's fire.
Yeah,
That's
very,
fire.
very dope. So once again, shout out to Spark Up, shout out to Christina. Keep doing your thing, and hopefully we bump into you sooner than later.
Hell yeah. Pulling up.
200 in the book.
200 in the book. I got pee or I drank a lot of Prosecco.
Bruh, I peed 3 times. That's
You
a
paid
record.
3 times. Darren pee 1 time. Me pee no time.
He's got a diaper on.
Yep. So I'm home. Sue me. No diaper. I pee on the seat.
See you guys soon.
Bye.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks from now, maybe soon.